tire. I spilled it all over my clothes. When the highway patrolman pulled up, I thought that help was on the way. But when he saw the tire tool in my hand, he shot me with pepper spray. Oh, it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day, so you better get off my back. You might get cold cocked if you cross my path. 'Cause it's a great day, y'all can sing it if you want to, for me to whoop somebody's ass. When I finally made it to work, I was 15 minutes late. I told my boss about the flat tire, but he fired me anyway. So here I am out in the parking lot, just waiting by his Corvette. I'm gonna give him a goodbye present that he never will forget. Let's sing together. 'Cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day, so you better get off my back. You might get cold cocked if you cross my path. 'Cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass.
You betcha.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
I can fire you up.
Oh, man. Well, it's going to take rocket fuel this morning, so good luck to you.
That's why we started off with it's a great day to kick somebody's ass. Let's start kicking ass right now. Chick
having a
McGee,
good
let's
day?
kick his ass.
Would you like to see my list?
Go get him, Curly.
Now, actually, we have big news coming up. Hang on a second. There's Christy.
Hi.
There's Willie.
Hey.
There he is. There's Ace.
Hello, Chick.
See, I understand that. Hello, Pat. How are you, buddy?
Hi, Chick. I'm good. How about yourself?
Hey, Pat, you managing a Fazoli's?
It's a brown shirt.
Oh, for gosh sakes.
There's just something about you and short sleeve shirts that should never run into each other ever again.
You kind of do look like the vice principal on the field trip at the ball game.
Yeah, but you lost your bow tie.
You look like you came into the room and go, "Okay, kids, we're going to rap right now, okay?"
You see Mr. Godwin? He's wearing shorts.
Okay, I'm going to ask everybody a question. This is I am not prepared, but I have the answer in my case.
Oh, my God.
Okay, can you name a teacher? I can name two that always wore a bow tie. In my case, Mr. Howell, geography, and Mr. Tappan, shop class. Anybody else? Chick McGee, no.
I got no.
No bow tie teacher?
Well, no, our music teacher wore a bow tie.
Okay, Josh Arnold.
No bow tie.
Really?
I don't remember his name, though.
Oh, God.
I was a student of the 80s and 90s, so I don't know that.
And we went to public school. They didn't have to wear ties.
That was not considered.
Although I did have a history teacher that did wear a bow tie.
See, there we go. There we go.
I did.
Willie, did you have any...
Mr. Harmon, he was awesome.
I don't think so. I think one of my siblings did. Mr. Cosgrove had a bow tie, I believe.
Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. I thought every school had the one bow tie guy.
No, I wish.
Now, for a while there, every TV network had the one
We had
guy.
our weather guy that wore the bow tie all the time.
Yeah, well, that's
David,
very common.
yeah.
Irving R. Levine, remember him? He was bow tie guy, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's another one just retired. I forget who it is, but yeah, there's always bow tie guy.
I like a bow tie. Looks good.
I have a bow tie doctor.
Really,
Dr.
bow tie.
Frick, yeah.
Dr. Bow tie. See, there you go. See, and I don't know
I
what.
like it.
I'm not sure when that.
Dr. Frick, and nobody said anything?
Dr. Frick. Dr. Fred Frick. He's a genius.
Fred Frick?
Yeah.
It's a fine family you got there, Fred.
He's a frick doctor.
I just want to say goodbye to Pat because next time he goes to visit that
Dr.
distinguished
Frick.
physician, he'll be handed his walking papers.
He'll have his gloves on immediately.
I imagine when you walk in, everybody double gloves up, Pat, just in case. I have received a number of letters going, this is amazing with a hypochondriac act like Pat. He's actually been here every day.
Yeah, I haven't been sick since the fall.
It's incredible.
Well, except your chipped tooth that happened while you were sitting watching TV.
I was
somehow.
eating almonds. I wasn't sitting.
I think hypochondriacs thrive in times like this.
Sure.
You stand up eating almonds? Is that right? You never sit down when you're home? Is that right?
I was standing in the kitchen, and we have the same dentist, and he hooked me up yesterday.
well,
Fixed
had.
the-
Let's not slander any other doctors for
Please,
now.
he's my dentist
Yes,
too.
I'm
I
having
can
a
go
rough- I'm
there.
having a
Yes.
rough
Love
day.
that guy.
Oh, is that Dr. Friggin?
Dr. Alex?
Dr. Schmutz.
Frickin' doctor and a friggin' dentist. Okay, here we are.
Okay, now let's see, where were we? Let's see. Oh, Josh, I like the curly hair. It really was curly this
Oh,
morning.
wait a minute. This is the surprise. Take off the headphones and show him and explain what's happened. Josh, look
Well,
at that.
This morning, I decided to blow dry it.
I mean, it's getting
Yeah.
to be Bozo-esque.
I mean, it is. It's
It is.
just
Larry
nuts.
Fine would be so proud of you.
Yeah.
Just sticking out on the sides.
It is nuts,
So-
man.
Could you look
Yeah,
at
it
me
doesn't
for a
do
second,
much on
Josh?
the top, but
It
it's,
looks like you put your finger in a cartoon and you put your finger into an electrical outlet and it just exploded.
Christy, what do you
Oh, yeah.
That's
Now,
great.
when it comes to romance, what do you think, Christy? Is that
That rocks so hard.
It's it's hard for me to judge because I love
Oh,
Josh so much
she's
in
trying
his
to be, she's trying to be
personality.
delicate. She's saying if you keep that up, you're never gonna do anything but.
You just need a
manhandle
handful
yourself.
to pull on. That's all you need.
No, you just need a girl that loves
love
mad
that.
scientists.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Right?
Now, Willie hits the nail on the head here. Can you do your, for those that are watching on the YouTube, can you do your mad scientist exactly? How does this work now? You fluff up the hair and then you
Yeah.
come up from the basement.
I've been in the basement all night. The time machine is nearly done.
That was the best one yet.
That is
Your
so
safety
solid.
not guaranteed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting. I'm real close to trimming it all off, clipping it all.
Yeah.
off.
think so?
Yeah.
I think
Let
you
him
should-
get his hair cut.
Yeah.
I think
It's time.
I think if you do, people will die.
What?
Wow.
That was
If you
harsh.
get your
Boy,
hair
some
cut,
sort of
people will
reverse
die.
Samson.
Man.
Yeah.
Is that a prediction or a threat?
Yes, as David Crosby says in the great song "Almost Cut My Hair," I think you owe it to someone.
The words
This
David
is a rather
Crosby-
unusual interpretation of those lyrics, David. I apologize.
David Crosby and Great should never be together.
Never,
No.
ever.
Oh, come on!
He's a menace.
No.
He should be arrested
worst.
and thrown back in jail.
Before I cut it off,
he's great.
part of me wants to do something kind of crazy, like wear it in a couple different ways before, like maybe I'll just shave the sides one day and then.
Oh, I see. Experiment with it
Yeah,
a little
because
bit.
when's the next time my hair is going to get this long?
Good
Put
point.
ponytails on the side, maybe.
Right, right.
Oh,
Pigtails.
no.
Handlebars, yeah.
Men should never
I
wear
was fine with it
pigtails.
until you said handlebar.
yeah.
Josh, we could do a bunch of portraits of you in different period costumes.
Well, that's
See, right now, I mean, right now you take
you're
off
right,
the
that would be-
you
That
take
sounds like
you take
something
off
your
the
dad would-
glasses. You take off the glasses. You could be King George.
yeah.
I've been singing that song around
Oh,
my house
my
for the
gosh.
last 3 days.
King George.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
you guys
Hamilton.
haven't seen
I saw
Hamilton?
a 2-minute clip when my sister-in-law was watching it. Then King George was doing some solo.
Oh,
He
it's
kills it.
It's
Boy.
one of the. There's not a lot of humor in it in the play, but that's one of the great moments. And I start singing all the time. My little girls go, "Stop it!"
Yeah, it's one of the most standout Broadway roles of the last decade. But I just goes, yeah, I think I could do it. I think I could handle it.
I can handle this. I'd have to change the vocal range to 4 notes, but I could handle it.
You got 4 notes, you think?
Oh, I think I can handle it.
Yeah, you've got 4 notes.
That's interesting.
yeah.
Does everyone have 4 notes? Because that's the only way he
No,
has
I'm
4
mostly
notes.
1 note, but yeah, he's.
No, we're not talking about the comedy. We're talking.
Oh, okay.
My music. Okay. Now, we've had some technical issues this morning, but we seem to have resolved a handful of them.
No, we haven't. Once again, company line. Everything's fine.
No, it's just when you print something on the printer, half the page, this is just a giant swath of black.
Yeah.
So that's somewhat problematic.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll
Mine are mostly legible.
struggle through that. Okay. Now, what did I miss? I walked in here. You guys were having some kind of conversation. And everyone was.
Oh, yeah, I bought a new lawnmower.
Well, mostly
Yeah?
about you, actually, that Josh managed to get his lawnmower to his house without any help from you, which you tried to ruin the whole process yesterday by offering your assistance.
I offered him my
And
Suburban
it
because
was, yeah.
my Chevrolet Suburban, which has a lot more room than his car.
You can make a mess of anything. If you add
Which
you
would have
to
been a
it,
mess. I just hand you the
it'll-
keys and you
I'm
drive
telling
the
you.
Suburban.
Well, he has an SUV.
He got
Yeah,
it
I've got a Buick Encore. It's small.
But you were saying off the air that you don't think that was big enough to fit the
Right.
lawnmower.
Well,
And
it
that
turns
was
out it
me
was.
forgetting that I can really move all those seats down.
Yeah.
But when I walked in yesterday, you said, I'm not sure how to put the seats down. Am I
Oh,
right?
for goodness
But then,
sake.
yes,
Well, no,
you are. But I
a
remembered quite quickly.
A normal person would have said, well, if you can't do that, let me know. I'll give you a hand. But you said,
I said, I've
well, you
got-
know what? We could go steal a truck. And we'll.
No, I said, I've got a Suburban. It'll
You
fit
know
in there.
how
Right.
they feel about the truck back there. They're not going to let you borrow it.
Well, apparently not. I mean,
There you go.
they have hidden those keys.
hid the
Yeah.
key.
They're up someone's ass. We looked for 20 minutes.
See, the dangerous part about having a funny morning show
Yes.
is that everybody in the building thinks they're funny.
Well,
That's the truest
we were
thing
going to
I'll
grab
ever
the
say.
pickup truck, couldn't find the keys.
I'm
Right.
going to go home now.
But it all worked out great. I easily figured out how to lower the seats. I don't know why I thought I couldn't do it. And then the lawnmower couldn't have fit more perfect. And, my gosh, it's an amazing lawnmower.
Extension cord?
No extension cord, but electric, battery powered. Lasts a good hour. And
Electric lawnmower.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not kidding. This thing it's as loud as hair clippers, and it's as light as a bubble mower, and it cuts like a champ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My nephew just did the same thing.
Did you cut your grass yesterday?
I did. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like 94, wasn't it?
I was very hot.
I bet.
Fortunately, the guys from the ambulance had the keys to the ambulance when they took you.
It was
to
a
get-
big day. Gutters cleaned, so there's no more fish in my gutters.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't clean the gutters. I paid for that.
no, this is when you thought that there were fish in your gutters. We learned this phrase.
My gosh, Josh.
Thank you very much. Okay, coming up, give me the teaser on your side, Christy.
Well, coming up, we have amusement parks in Japan reopening, but don't you dare scream. Baby Yoda cereal, butt facials in the news.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Butt fish.
The butt buddies are going to have to weigh in on
I
that.
had a feeling
Wait a
you
second.
would.
Is this a combination of the facial?
We'll find out.
Do it on the. Never mind.
And just when you thought 2020 couldn't get any worse, we find out that there is a word that we've all been told is not a word, is actually a word now.
Okay.
And coming up in sports, remember what I said. No NFL, no Major League Baseball, no NBA, no hockey. The dominoes are starting to fall.
Yeah, man.
The Ivy League has canceled fall sports due to the coronavirus. Yes, that includes football.
Wow. Okay.
Have a good fall, everybody.
Well, we'll see. We'll find
Coming
out.
up.
Other delights during the coronavirus pandemic, cybercrime way up.
Doesn't a pandemic sound like a big sale at Bed Bath & Beyond?
We're having a
Only
pandemic.
It's a pandemic!
Get your pots and pans at the pandemic.
No?
Yeah, does sound like that.
All right.
It's a shame it isn't.
Thanks, Tom.
I don't know what's going on at Bed Bath & Beyond. I hope they're doing well.
Thanks for the help, Tom.
No, I think you made a very good point.
You're not making it any.
No, just skewer on the pin as the ether permeates.
It wasn't
the
a
jar.
vacuum, though. I did not get the vacuum.
Okay, COVID-19 has also caused a giant rise in cybercrime. And by the way, the tax filing date, I hate to remind you, was July 15th. And there's expected to be a rise in tax-related identity fraud. I bring this up because you may want to check in. I think you definitely should check in with LifeLock. By going to LifeLock.com and using the promo code TOM25. I'll tell you about that in just a second. You need comprehensive protection these days. Someone's got to be looking at all those numbers you've pumped into your computer or your phone because they're all floating around in the ether. LifeLock keeps an eye on the important factors that could be out there, things like your social security number going up for sale on the dark web. So LifeLock is very inexpensive, and they have a staff that keeps an eye on all this sort of thing. And if something does go wrong, they have a USA-based staff that'll help you undo the damage. No one can prevent all identity theft. No one can monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can see threats you're going to miss on your own. So check it out. It's very inexpensive. It's even more inexpensive if you use the promo code TOM25 when you go to LifeLock.com because you'll save 25% off your first year. You can call 1-800-LifeLock or just head over to LifeLock.com. It's very simple to sign up. The promo code, once again, TOM25, 25% off your first year. You will sleep better knowing that LifeLock is looking at your stuff while you're asleep. When we come back, we have no Ivy League.
No Ivy League and a world record. I forgot to mention. Coming
Okay,
up.
good. Okay, great. Oh, and great news we never got to yesterday from
Yeah.
the world of dinosaurs.
That's
This
right.
Very cool dinosaur news. And it's a breaking story. When we come
I
back.
bet it's not.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Thursday. That's right, July 9th, 2020. Glad you could join us here. West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson going to be zooming in from Denver, Colorado this morning. Looking forward to that. Glad you could join us. Special correspondent Willie Griswold also sitting in with us on a Thursday, July 9th, 2020. Thanks for joining us. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The coronavirus pandemic has claimed yet another major music event. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation says because of COVID-19, it won't do its annual live induction ceremony this year. Replacing it will be a special show honoring this year's inductees, airing on HBO and HBO Max November 7th. This year's inductees, in case you forgot, include Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, Nine Inch Nails, the Notorious B.I.G., and T-Rex. Bob Marley's descendants have remade one of his biggest hits to help children affected by the coronavirus pandemic. Stephen Marley, Sedalia Marley, and Skip Marley have cranked out a new version of One Love. The track, which drops July 17th, includes guest appearances by other musicians. Proceeds from the song will go to UNICEF's global coronavirus relief efforts. Authorities say former Glee star Naya Rivera is missing and being searched for at a Southern California lake. The Ventura County Sheriff's Department late Wednesday confirmed that the 33-year-old Rivera is the person being searched for in the waters of Lake Peru, which is approximately 56 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles. Rivera played Santana, a cheerleader in the musical comedy Glee that aired on Fox from 2009 until 2015. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Dear Allie, I found really dirty lingerie in my girlfriend's underwear drawer, but I don't think it was there before, and she's never worn it for me. When I confronted her about it, she said it was going to be a surprise that she was planning.
I think she's telling you the truth. And what are you doing in her underwear drawer?
If you've never done it before, hence the surprise.
Yes. If it looks like she spilled toaster strudel icing on it, she's cheating.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
I just went on a date with one girl, and she was wearing a skirt and a pair of jeans under the skirt. Like she was trying to say, hey, Matt, here's two things you're not getting into tonight.
Kid Rock here with us in the studio. And
we apologize for Mr. McGee.
we also have the Twisted Brown Trucker Band Through the Glass. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for getting up, and they are going to share their great artistry with us this morning. You're just back from Iraq. We spoke about that, and I think it's great that you're doing that. Oh, you also were involved in the auto show. Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Detroit Auto Show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did a thing for General Motors. And, I love to do as much as I can there with the car companies, especially because Michigan, that's where I grew up. Mm-hmm. My father was an auto dealer.
Did your dad do his own commercials?
No.
Okay.
No.
Come on down to Rock Motors. That's Rock Motors. Nobody deals like Rock Motors. I'll stand on my head or eat this car.
Here's my son to sing about it.
Sing about it.
kid.
What? You bad daddy rod.
Free lap dance with new tires.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow, this I think Mr.
This is
Rock
going
will
very
never,
well.
never do another interview with us. Dave Cooperman is here with us.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
Dave, a young guy, young
alive.
comedian, good-looking guy, married.
621 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep your ears open. Your shot at winning some serious cash will be coming up a lot on Q95 today. Right now, a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Afternoon thunderstorms, high 93. Scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight, low 73. Tomorrow looks like scattered thunderstorms throughout the day and a high of 87. 71 right now.
Got a little toasty yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh out there cutting his grass.
Oh, yeah. Edged, trimmed.
Ooh, nice.
You could probably sell those underwear.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Who's who here? Let me go around the horn here. Our engineer is Ace Cosby. He's right over there. Hey. We are socially distanced, of course, because we got a bunch of separate rooms here. Christy Lee's over there, behind the glass in that way.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you very much. That's called the Navy Federal Credit Union Newsroom. Willie G is behind the glass over there in the hot box.
Hey.
There's Josh, there's Chick, I'm Tom. And then in the other building, being delivered via camera and screen, it's Pat Godwin. Hi, Pat.
Hi.
Get that guitar out.
It's right here.
Okay, where?
Right next to me.
Well, I can't see it.
Well, then that's not out. It's sitting next to you.
It's you're fine, Pat.
Let me hear a strum on it.
Okay, go.
See, no strum.
There we go.
Sounds like a hard day's night.
We have a
think that's how
number
they
of
came up
things to
with it?
get to today. I will remind you that the Bob and Tom store remains open. And all the proceeds are going to an outfit called Feeding America. So if you need a new T-shirt or a hat or something, check it out, please.
Should I sell my hair clippings on Bob and Tom's?
Oh, there you go.
I think it was a very hot day yesterday, and you cut your lawn. I think you should sell your underwear.
No.
Well,
What do you-
Disgusting.
give them a couple more days to dry.
Yeah, Ziploc, bag it up, and
Oh yeah, there'd be somebody that would buy it.
Oh, yeah, I was sweaty. Yeah. Peeling my T-shirt off.
Okay. All right.
You want to hear any more about it?
Sell that too. Let's just head over to the sports desk with Chick McGee. What's going on?
well, the Ivy League has suspended fall sports due to a little thing we're calling the pandemic.
Oh, those poor nerdy athletes.
The Ivy League became the first Division I conference to suspend all fall sports.
Oh, there won't be any crew this year.
That's right.
From my roommate was on the crew team.
Stevie.
Of course he was.
Muffy, Biff, and Brad won't be able to be on the field.
My niece was on the crew. I did the Henley Regatta.
Oh, my
Don
God.
Henley.
Oh, yeah, I saw the
I
Photoshop
love that,
pictures.
Yeah.
Actually,
for
I'll tell you
USC?
what. I'll tell you what. No, but there is a recording of the team, the ladies' crew team, the rowing team. And the language being used, you'd be arrested. Even on HBO, what the coxswain is referring to the ladies as.
Ooh, yeah, I bet.
It's really, oh boy, is it. You got him. It's just, and this is the ladies.
Yeah.
One can only imagine. But yeah, the thing about Ivy League sports is, I mean,
Yes.
football games, it's so crowded on the sideline because every player's got a lawyer.
Yeah.
You know, just,
The Ivy League.
and they were just getting Quidditch up at Princeton.
Oh, were they?
They're going
Darn
to be able
it.
to take on the
I was
Lions
looking
of
forward to it.
Columbia.
I saw the pitch looked amazing.
Yeah.
The Ivy League Council of Presidents said in a statement, we simply do not believe we can create and maintain an environment for intercollegiate athletic competition that meets our requirements for safety and acceptable levels.
Yes, as the great James Thurber once said.
Thomas Jefferson, who walked these hallowed halls, the move could have ripple effects throughout college sports. You think? And the dominoes begin
Why don't
to
we
fall.
just call it? Can we just call it?
That's
and
what
just
I
say-
said.
That's what Chick says.
I mean, for everything.
Just call it.
Just call it.
Have a nice fundraiser.
Just say we'll see you in 2021.
See what we can do.
And just be done with this.
Let's see. I'd like to see if we can get some of this sports back, please.
Because that's a fan, man. If you're willing to go to the game
God.
and
Risk your life.
cheat death, I think that is a true fan. And Major League Baseball continues to take ginger steps. Is that a thing? That'd be a redheaded
No.
guy, wouldn't it? For
Step
the
gingerly is a thing.
Stepping gingerly 2020 season, several teams welcome back players. Here's some good news that might have been exposed to the coronavirus. The Giants resume workouts. The oversized, Josh, they resumed workouts after finally receiving the results of the COVID-19 test administered over the weekend. Red Sox third baseman Rafael Devers worked out at Fenway for the first time since Boston opened their summer camp. Oh, summer camp. That's nice for the players.
Yeah.
Rangers first baseman Ronald Guzman, who's full of goose.
Luis's brother, of course.
Nobody wants a goose.
Give me that goose, baby. Let me see that goose.
Yeah. Hey, get back if the goose starts to ooze.
You dirty leg.
Yeah, dirty leg.
If the goose is oozing when she makes it home.
Yeah, pour some isopropyl alcohol on that. If it bubbles, stay back.
That floozy likes the oozy goozy.
That's hydrogen peroxide, by the way.
Yeah, hydrogen peroxide.
Makes it bubble.
And here's something interesting.
I really have never had to experience that.
3 PGA Tour players who tested positive for the virus but are no longer symptomatic will play together.
Oh, really?
At the Workday Charity Open. The tour announced the change yesterday in the latest revision of the virus policies. Nick Watney will play alongside Dylan Fratelli and Denny McCarthy during the first 2 rounds at Muirfield in Dublin.
An Aussie, an Italian, and an Irishman walk
into a golf course.
They all had
Someone
the
says, "Hey, the
virus."
19th hole, she's over there."
And one of them coughed. Well, your stance is too wide. No. Watney, the first tour player to test positive and reported mild symptoms. The tour said all 3 players continue to test positive for the virus, but have met the CDC guidelines for return to work. Players in those circumstances will either be grouped together or play as singles. That'd be nice. Play as a single. Have the whole to yourself.
Yeah.
How many times have I said that?
Well, I hope not very many, actually.
Now, this reminds me of our big story from yesterday.
Which was?
Involving rapper Cardi B.
Oh, could we have to bring that back up?
Again?
Well, she has 70 million followers.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we have to talk about it. It's really kind of rough.
Well, I mean...
what's she doing again?
She's... I'm going to read what she said
Bleaching.
on her Insta.
Oh, yes, right, yeah.
Yeah, she... there's a clip showing just her legs. She is a former exotic dancer, if you will.
Right.
She says, I am bleaching my effing cootie cat, C-O-O-T-I-E, cootie cat. I'm in my crib getting my, she references her anatomical mommy parts, if you will.
Again, so cootie
Her
cat
vagina, we can say it.
She's
We're
getting,
adults.
she was getting it bleached.
No, I'm still unclear on what's happening here.
Yeah, I don't get it, but she is having her underarms, her genitals, and her backside bleached.
I don't know if she does her backside.
That's right. She said
she
she's not-
likes
Yes,
her.
she likes it.
She likes it.
Yeah, she likes the color.
She likes the color of that.
Yeah.
Well, she says she...
so she's bleaching her Cardi V, just not her Cardi B.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. I said Cardi V. Somebody said it yesterday.
Well, you did.
And it was met with hate and...
Josh, I laugh.
Willie, home run, baby. Home run.
See, he solved the riddle, Josh.
Did he?
That was the Rosetta Stone of
That's
joke
right.
telling.
You were so close. Even though you said the exact same thing, you were so close to me laughing.
She says, I don't believe in body bleaching. I just believe in underarms or like your vagina, maybe your... And then she makes a reference to the
Yeah, but she
dirt
says she
button.
likes hers brown.
Well, I got a very nice email yesterday that's saying a lot of women of color do this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
had no idea.
I didn't either.
I was not aware. And the good news is her vagina will not get coronavirus now.
No, it's bleached.
Bleach
Okay, right. Exactly. Yeah.
I would recommend talking to a qualified medical professional before doing this, and I'm assuming this isn't like Clorox.
No.
Okay.
No.
They have a
is why
special bleach
You
that
don't-
women use.
You don't take Q-tips and Clorox and go for it.
No, but this is why I do use Lysol wipes instead of those flushable wipes, just to keep things kind of, keep things kind of light down there.
Sure.
Okay.
Don't do that.
It's just, and it smells good. They're lemon scented, which is nice.
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
Take care of your behind, and it'll always be in front of you. Or something
It's like a midday shower, chick, like we were talking about yesterday.
Shower in the middle of the day. That's
Freshens
right.
you up.
Oh, I see. You attribute that to chick. But,
That's right.
Oh no, sorry, Josh. Josh, I can't see your face from my angle.
Did you really say Cardi Cardi
I think
B
you
and
did.
He did
Quite
say
honestly.
no. Josh said
I
Cardi
did.
B.
Yeah, I think Josh said.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
did.
Yeah.
So she is bleaching the Cardi V, but not the
Cardi B. Did you say that exactly, or did
No.
No, he.
No.
Oh, trust me, he put it well more, way better, far more eloquently.
But she is suggesting that some people do like to. She uses the words a-hole.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's how this is printed anyway. So I can't quite figure out if she's bleached the old dirt button or not. So
Well, I believe. Well, never mind.
now, I understand that a lot of women also take what are those things called?
What?
Those I forget what you call them. Those sheets that have the.
The dryer sheets?
The dryer sheets, yeah.
That
you
bounce
rub
dryer sheets?
you rub your boobs in them and it makes them bounce.
Oh gosh.
Bounce.
In case you want.
you said that yesterday?
No, Tom said that.
Tom said that yesterday.
I think that's the famous George of the Jungle thing. Are you aware of that, Christy?
Yes, because I've been in this room a long time.
Okay. You take them and you alternately lift them up and down. George of the
That
Jungle.
turns you on, does it?
Yeah.
You like that, especially if the gals wearing bib overalls? Don't you like that too? Yeah, no shirt
that's
underneath.
that's a good look.
Very hot.
That's a good look.
I do that with my small penis in the song Thunderstruck. Kind of hit it like a bagpipe, you know? Yeah, Josh gets it. Josh gets it.
I bet the girls love that.
Oh, I bet.
That is just hot.
You just thrust it at him.
Now, I know we have words coming up in the news. Christy has previewed a thing that if you like words, you'll be very upset about.
Right.
Oh, I love words.
And I do too.
words.
I had never heard. Is the term cootie cat? Is that a?
Never heard it.
First time I'd heard that.
I've heard the term cat before. Cat, kind of like pussy cat shortened, right?
Of course.
But I've never
cooter.
heard cootie cat.
Yeah, but a cootie cat, nice.
Yeah,
I like
it's funny.
Kind of an amalgam of pussy cat and cooter.
Yes.
Right, right.
A hipper version, if you will.
Okay. Wasn't there? Didn't some TV show have a guy named Cooter?
It was either Andy Griffith or something.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard, yes, yeah.
Well, that show's not going to be on for a while.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard had Cooter.
Unless they can pixelate out the car.
Right. If you own those DVDs, you've got something.
Photoshop that
it's
flag.
museum worthy.
Somebody will be at your house later on.
Okay, I'm sorry. So in sports, so the Ivy League is canceling all sports, that's a drag. And the notion is that this may be the beginning of the end for most colleges.
One could make that assumption that, and Jim Harbaugh, the coach of the Michigan Wolverines, is making some noise that he doesn't see the purpose of playing a football season.
Well, I think he's just playing Harbaugh.
There we go.
Oh, you know what? If Willie had said it, thunderous applause.
I loved it. I said, there we go. I loved it. I would like to point out that this is
Wait a minute. Willie, you try. Go ahead.
Wait, what's the line again?
What's the line?
Jim Harbaugh, University of Michigan, is saying.
Oh, yeah. I heard that he was just, get this. I heard that he was just playing Harbaugh.
That's gold.
I'll see you guys later. I'm getting my coffee.
The Cardi V.
Yeah.
Oh, Bacardi V now.
You were back
Bacardi,
to it.
not
Bacardi.
I thought you said Bacardi.
No, she used to call herself Bacardi,
Bacardi,
and then she
yes.
ran into some problems. I was doing some reading. She ran into some problems with the Bacardi people.
You were reading a profile of Cardi B?
Yeah, I don't know anything about her. I was trying to find out what was going on.
I kind of like her. I think
70 million hits.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So
I had similar issues with my old stage name. It was Willie Bud Light.
Yeah, they didn't care for that?
No, I had to get rid
they
of
kept
it
thinking it was
eventually.
Butt Light.
Yeah.
It was a bit.
And,
Willie Bud Light. I'm sorry, you're going to have to stop calling yourself that.
You know, the butt buddies love Cardi B. We were in early on Cardi B and her butt. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I still prefer Nicki Minaj.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Nicki Minaj.
okay. So the Cardi, she's got the Cardi V, the Cardi B,
Right.
and of course the Cardi C.
Yeah, that's when she.
Which is
That's when she's crazy.
That's what she's crazy. Christy got it.
so Christy got that one, Joe.
Christy!
Another swing and a miss from your batter's box.
So all I have to do is sit here now?
Remember, don't ever forget, this is all a competition. And whoever gets in first wins.
Is this what it was like for you when I started?
I think a little bit. No. Oh, Josh is so funny. He's so smart.
Yeah, you're like,
Willie is so funny.
He's so smart.
See, he complained of this. You got the Cardi V, and then the Cardi B.
Trust me, he said it way better than I did.
Yeah. Okay. Now, so
More
NHL.
sports?
So what's happening over there? Is the
Buffalo,
NHL gonna
Buffalo Sabres have dropped their lawsuit against the federal government. Well, if you're going to have a lawsuit, go big or go home.
Yeah.
Migration, they're not birds. Immigration officials reverse course by approving the team's strength and conditioning coach's petition for a green card. The Sabres say their complaint was resolved amicably, friendly, after being noticed that Ed Gannon, strength coach, give me 5 more. Give me 8 more.
Okay. There's all that Gannon.
Oh, yeah. Received approval for an EB1 visa. Oh, well, that's the best one, the EB1.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You want
a lot of people say get the EB2, but no.
No, you got to. They're not working the bugs out.
Go whole hog on that. Sabres sued U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services in May by alleging officials wrongly denied the team's visa petition.
The Sabes, as Tom calls them.
The Sabes, yeah.
Yeah.
His visa was denied, but MasterCard stepped up.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Hey, Willie, why don't you give that line a shot?
Try that one.
But hey, MasterCard stepped up. I wasn't that. Wait, which was I missed the
You got to get the setup.
Visa was denied.
Visa was denied.
Yeah.
And I would have made it funnier by going Diners Club.
Sure.
More dated.
I'm just gonna blame that joke not working on the printer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just move on.
That's what I
messed up.
Okay, give me the sports teaser.
I'm kind of decoding on the fly over here. Anyway, coming up a world record, and also today in sports history.
All right.
Coming up.
Oh, we got another good fishing story.
Yeah, couple fishing.
Remember, we had the one where the kids found a grenade.
Yes.
We have sort of the most contemporary imaginable fishing story that has come up in the news.
What? Okay.
Something of the moment, if you will.
Have you heard of social fish distancing?
Social fisting. That is, I'll tell you what, you don't have to wear a mask. You have to wear very heavy underwear.
I've been practicing social fisting this whole time. I wish somebody had told me.
You talk about gloving up.
Social fish distancing is what they're calling it.
Okay.
Because you can.
No, you can't. You've stepped on it. It's over.
Social fish.
I'm going home.
You and your lawnmower.
Yes.
You and your beautiful hair. Get out of here.
I want to tell you if maybe you're spending a little too much time at home, and something's not working. We're all having a little bit of anxiety these days. Whatever's going on, maybe getting part of your life back. This is the time, because Roman has created the solution for ED. What am I talking about?
My wiener don't work no more.
Thank you for your contribution. Now be quiet. Our friends at Roman have spent years building a digital platform that can connect you with a doctor licensed in your state, and you can do it from the comfort of your home. Roman makes it convenient to get the treatment you need. You just grab your phone or your computer. You complete an online visit. It's free when you go to GetRoman.com/Wood. Once again, a free online visit. You'll hear back from a U.S. licensed physician within 24 hours. If that doctor decides a treatment is right for you, that one of these medications might be the thing that would help you out, well, guess what? You can get free 2-day shipping. How about that? So here's what you do. You go to your phone or your computer and you type in GetRoman.com/Wood. If you're struggling with ED, stay home and check it out. GetRoman.com/Wood. A free online visit, free 2-day shipping. Get part of your life back. GetRoman.com/Wood. Once again, a free online visit and free 2-day shipping at GetRoman.com/Wood. We're coming back with what again, Chris?
World record.
All right.
I'm chick. That's Chris.
Okay, good. And the big Madonna news.
Oh.
Really big Madonna?
When we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hey, Floyd. Mark Allison here with you on a Thursday, July 9th, 2020. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Al Jackson, our West Coast Mountain correspondent, on the way via Zoom. We'll find out what Al's up to here during the times that we're living in today. More coming up right after this on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom sports update as Major League Baseball cautiously tiptoes closer towards beginning its delayed 2020 season. Several teams welcome back players who might have been exposed to the coronavirus. San Francisco Giants resume workouts Wednesday after finally receiving the results of COVID-19 tests administered over the weekend. Red Sox third baseman Rafael Devers worked out at Fenway Park for the first time since Boston opened its summer camp. Also, Rangers first baseman Ronald Guzman was on the field after missing the first 5 days of workouts. In Cleveland, outfielder Franmil Reyes was cleared to return after being isolated for attending a party over the July 4th weekend. The offseason renovations at Dodger Stadium have hitters adjusting to a new backdrop in center field. First baseman Max Muncy was hit by a pitch on his left ring finger during an intra-squad game and says he couldn't see the ball coming. The black tarp that served as the backdrop in center is gone, replaced by a new center field plaza. Muncy expected to be ready by opening day July 23rd, but manager Dave Roberts says it's unsettling that a hitter couldn't see the ball because of the background. You think they'd have thought about that. 3 PGA Tour players who have tested positive for the coronavirus but are no longer symptomatic will play together at the Workday Charity Open. The tour announced the change Wednesday in the latest revision of its COVID-19 policies. Nick Watney will play alongside Dylan Frediletti and Denny McCarthy during the first 2 rounds at Muirfield Village in Dublin, Ohio. Watney, the first tour player to test positive and reported just mild symptoms. The tour said all 3 players continue to test positive for the virus but have met the Centers for Disease Control guidelines for return to work. Players in those circumstances will either be grouped together or play as singles. That's a quick look at your sports update. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Professional leader Joey Chestnut beat his own record last weekend by eating 75 hot dogs, or as Josh calls it, breakfast. Speaking of records, last year at this time, nearly 200 people in the UK stripped naked and rode a roller coaster to set a new world record. Participants were asked to keep their arms, legs, and genitalia inside the ride at all times.
Sure.
2 big-breasted women who insisted on having the front seat were told to, go ahead, ladies, knock yourselves out.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Drew Hastings, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Audiences are flocking to Comedy Central this summer to see what will happen next on the wacky reality show I'm with Busey. A regular Joe, Adam De La Pena, hangs out with Gary Busey, and the two get into kooky situations as Gary hands out his out-of-this-world words of wisdom. Now, public broadcasting has taken a cue from Comedy Central and is debuting its own reality series. Adam De La Pena is having crazy adventures with another celebrity, and PBS is right there with cameras to capture every nutty minute.
Dude, what is this place? This is the coolest nightclub I've ever been in. Check out that huge dome ceiling.
This is not a nightclub, you imbecile. We are in a planetarium. I want to show you the vast universe we are a part of.
Coming to PBS, it's I'm with Hawking. Super physicist Stephen Hawking takes Adam around through his typical day and shares some of his brilliant theories and observations.
Now I understand. The universe started billions and billions of years ago and is likely to continue for several billion more years. You are less than a blink of an eye in the big picture. How does that make you feel?
Kind of hungry, I guess. I thought we were going to go out and grab a burger and then hit some clubs and pick up chicks. When I hang out with Gary Busey, we do wild stuff like go out into the desert and perform Native American rituals. What kind of stuff are we going to do?
We are going to sit in my office and work on unifying general relativity theory with quantum theory and the implications this could have on our understanding of universal expansion and the development of black holes.
Your voice is funny. Could I drive your wheelchair?
Adam, since I am unable to move my arms, will you please hit yourself upside the head for me?
Forget about I'm with Busey. PBS has paired up one of the most brilliant minds in science with a witless, talentless nobody. It's the funniest astrophysics reality show of the season, I'm with Hawking.
Okay, Steve, repeat after me. Do you feel like I do?
I will not. This is a very expensive piece of scientific equipment that allows communication.
646 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
And be listening for your shot at some serious cash today. Throughout the day, some great classic rock on Q95 and money. Christy's got a forecast.
Yes, it's calling for afternoon thunderstorms again. Look for a high of 93. Tomorrow, scattered storms around 87. We're at 73 degrees now.
Did I tell you yesterday it's always got to be a high of 94.7 on Q95?
Well, I don't want to lie to people.
Shut up. Oh, hi. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
All right.
Okay.
I didn't mean that, Christian.
And we're telling each other to shut up.
I didn't shut up.
If that's the case, can Go to Hell be far behind?
No, it can't.
I don't think so.
No.
That's right.
It's okay.
It's not going to happen.
Go to hell.
Let's see. Let's see. There's Chick, obviously.
Obviously.
On his way to the vice principal's office.
Man, I spent a lot of time there.
By the way, is it a universal thing? And was there some in college education courses? Do they teach that the vice principal always has to be the guy?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's always the Punisher. Is that universal? Okay, I'm sorry, off the topic. There's Josh. There's Ace. I'm Tom. Through the magic of of television, we have Pat Godwin and Dean. I can see is in the room with you. That must mean something good is coming. He's got his mask on. Willie, we're in a bunch of different rooms here. There's Willie in the hot box. Hey. And so Willie just got sent in the Tommy Award already for this year.
No kidding.
Yes, for that joke you did 20 minutes ago.
Well deserved.
Yeah,
wow, I already regret it. I regret everything I've done. Thank you guys so much.
The variation of my joke from yesterday.
Not really a variation. You just sort of had the setup, but not the punchline.
This is fascinating.
Okay, then through the glass, it's Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
There you go, Christy. It's the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
And we'll be right back with the next break.
Do we have sports? Do we have any sports? But I don't care because we have music apparently coming. Pat, I can't help but notice that Dean is in there.
You did that on purpose. You psyched me out, man.
Yeah.
I even picked up my paper and everything.
Now, if I think I know what you guys are going to do, I'd asked Pat about this. This is a fairly complicated song. It's a tribute to the great Jethro Tull album Aqualung. And for those of you not familiar with it, it came out in, 1970, 71-ish?
71, yeah.
And it's even cited in the great television show The Sopranos. Tony is actually singing part of this song at one point during one of the episodes. The song is called Aqualung, and I have to read a little letter here and to explain why we're going to be featuring this song right now.
Ad nauseum.
It started with this story from Josh, and this letter comes to us. I'll just give the first name, Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Randy writes, I heard Josh's aqua dump story, and I had to share mine.
Oh.
My wife and I had just started dating, and she was telling me she loved to fish. So I decided to take her fishing after just a couple months of dating. I took her to a small lake in my dad's boat on a Saturday morning. After about an hour of fishing, I started having some pains in my stomach. I managed to hold off the inevitable for about 30 minutes, and I told her I've got to get to shore because I have got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, boy.
However, this lake, there are two areas where you can get a boat to the bank, and those were where the launch ramps were, and they were crowded.
Oh.
So he goes, I couldn't get onto the land, so I looked at my girlfriend, and I said, I'm going to have to go in the lake. The look on her face was one of terror and disappointment at the statement I had just made, but she eventually agreed to help. We got to a cove, and I told her to hold this tree while I did my business. However, the boat's edges didn't have enough grip, so after struggling to hold on and make the transaction, I asked if she would hold my hand and steady me as I went.
Oh, gosh.
I've never heard the words, oh my God, so clearly in my life. She agreed to help. Finally, after 10 minutes, both of us laughing at the sight of my bare rear end hanging over the edge, I was able to release. the sounds of a plunk plink echoing off the water.
Oh my God!
Man,
I figured
bet
this
they
would
broke up shortly.
I
there.
figured this would be the end of us, but no, she stuck with me, and we've been married for 10 years.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Josh's story gave me the courage to tell mine.
Well, that's right, Randy. If I can do anything, it's.
And he wants to be your honorary butt buddy for a day.
Randy, we are.
Wait a minute.
Let me, Randy. Let me check with my butt buddy here in the studio.
Okay.
Hey, Chick, do you think Randy could be a butt buddy for a day?
Randy, what do we know about Randy?
He
Pooped over the side of a boat.
He's in.
All right, Randy's in.
He says, if not, could I be the door guy for Josh and Chick and the reach around guy?
Oh, I see. Yes, he reaches around and.
Okay,
Opens
there we
the
go.
door for us?
So with that in mind, we've established the aqua dump. In your case, Josh, you actually got out of the boat, and while your brothers were watching, you relieved yourself into the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm standing there.
Okay. Now, we have the electronic drums all set.
I think so.
Primed, ready to go. Okay. Dean's playing a different guitar.
It's an SG.
Oh, there we go. The Gibson SG today. It's very nice. Okay, go ahead, Pat.
Here's our production of Aqua Dump for Josh. Sitting.
All right.
Well, it's not. We're not going to get one better than that.
Now, we should point out that the electronic drums, there's a slight delay.
How dare you, Billy?
It was a slight delay when Dean hits the electronic drum
All right,
kit.
there was a volume issue, Tom.
Is that Carmine playing the drums, or who is that?
Andy Newmark on the drums. this morning.
Okay, is everyone ready? Places. Aqua Dump, take 2.
Line.
Sitting in a bass boat, wondering if his PM would sink or float. Oh no, Aqua Dump. Thoughts are running through his head. If he can't make it to a John, he'll use the bake instead. It's called an Aqua Dump. Drowning in the hot sun. Prairie dogging, hope it's not the runs. Oh, Aqua Dump. He can't make it to the dock. His brothers will be so shocked if he has to take an Aqua Dump. Water is calm, and Josh is squatting boldly, dropping a deuce in the chilly lake. Swimmers are screaming, parents hide their kids' eyes, anglers quickly flee to the other side, side. Now it's running down his leg. No, Aqua Dump.
Very nice,
Man,
Pat.
oh, man.
Nice work, Dean.
Yes, indeed.
Gibson SG today.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Now for our next number, locomotive ass.
Locomotive ass, he said.
Locomotive
yeah, here it comes.
Yeah. Thick as a brick with corn in it. Okay.
Boy, you always take it
away.
too far. Just a little too far.
A tribute to the great Jethro Tull album, Thick as a Brick.
Tommy Rumble in the Jungle.
Okay. we can go through all of them.
Sure,
Thank
yeah.
you very much. I
apologize
to friend of the show, Ian Anderson.
Let's hear what Willie has to say about it.
Yeah,
what do you
really.
think?
Honestly, you guys got nothing right now. Kind of zoned out a little bit. Pat, great job.
Okay. No, you're not familiar with the wavre of a Jethro Tull?
No, I'm not familiar with the what does the word wavre mean?
Nothing. When we come back,
Here's a deep Jethro Tull cut. Pure.
Man, I have no idea what you're
Is this
talking
just a
about
show about Jethro Tull puns now?
Yeah. Boy, that's narrow casting, isn't it? Coming up, Stupid World Record. And we're going to play all the themes. Today in sports history. Oh, very special
good.
day. Very, very special day.
Did
Very
you watch
special.
last night Ian Anderson Cooper?
Yes, I did.
Looks
Yeah.
like the man from Glad plays a flute.
I don't get that. It's Ian Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, right, Ian Anderson.
Why is he the man from Glad?
Because Anderson Cooper looks like the man from
Anderson
Glad.
Cooper looks like the man from Glad.
Mr. Clean. Well, he's not bald. That's right. But he's kind of pale.
No, the man from Glad is the guy that has the white hair and the.
I've never seen him.
Really?
Never seen
all
the
the
Man from
television
Glad.
you've watched. You've never seen the man from
No,
Glad.
as
You lying sack
often
of
as I'm in front of the
hellbound
TV.
loser. When we come back, I hope we have someone else over there.
Stay down, chick.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
So, summer always makes me think of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was making breakfast. You know, she could make waffles using nothing but a pancake and a hiking boot.
Nothing like the Vibram waffle.
Really?
I agree.
Boom! You want waffles? There you go. Boom! There you go. How's it start? Oh, yeah. Sneezing from the pollen. The chain caught my shoestring. Hit the center bar on my bicycle and almost lost my bearings. I love summer. Good old summertime. I got sunburned on the soles of my feet. A lot of sand where the sun don't shine. Sunburned at the beach, in pain the whole darn night. So much skin peeled off my back, you could make a set of Samsonite. I love summer. Good old summertime. I got sand burned on the soles of my feet. A lot of sun where the sand don't shine. Putting on a cold, wet bathing suit. Mosquitoes and bees and tetanus shots in the derriere. Something's crawling in the foot of my sleeping bag, and flaming marshmallows in my hair. Drop and roll. Caught a baseball with my face. Potato salad in the sun. Salmonella steps up to the plate. Listeria gets the run. Oh, I love summer. Good old summertime. I got foot sand on the sole of my burn. A lot of feet where the sand don't shine. I got shine soot on the sole of my fence. Oh,
Shine
something
soot.
else.
Yeah. Ah, thank you. Beautiful.
Haywood Banks.
Vice President Mike Pence announced the agency plans to release additional school guidance next week. And it's been a clothier of choice for just about every U.S. president, an iconic brand for more than 200 years. But now Brooks Brothers has become the latest major retailer in the country to be toppled by the coronavirus pandemic. The clothing maker has filed for bankruptcy protection, with many of their stores closed and most businesses and people working from home. Sales of suits have tanked. Under the restructuring plan aimed at saving the company, Brooks Brothers will permanently close more than a quarter of its 200 stores. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Listen up, fellas. This is just for you. It's the brand new dance where you drop your pants.
There's a new craze. It's a sensation. Every guy is doing it across the nation. First thing you do, take off your clothes. Get ready to strut. Get ready to pose. Grab your package, tuck it away. Between your legs is where you want it to stay. Do the badge.
The badge. Come on, give it a whirl.
Do the badge.
The badge. Pretend that you're a girl.
Do the badge.
The badge. You're a macho punk.
Do the badge.
The badge. Nobody sees your junk.
Make sure it's snug. They cut a rug. Do the badge.
Yeah, you're looking badge-tastic.
Your friends will laugh, 'cause it's so funny. You look
badge. Show your buddies in the shower.
Do the badge.
The badge, 'cause you've got badge power.
Your friends will say you must be gay. Do the badge.
Use your imagination.
Don't do the twist. Don't do the hustle.
Do the badge and hide that love muscle.
Forget the rumba and the Macarena.
Just boogie down without your genitalia.
Do the badge.
The badge, it's better than the tango.
Do the badge.
The badge, no wonder where your wango.
Do the badge.
The badge, in the back we see your hiney.
Do the badge.
The badge, in the front you've got a giny.
For a big surprise, tuck it between your thighs.
Do the badge.
Hey Romeo, you've got a camel toe.
Do the badge.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
My wife and I will miss staying up and watching Ted copulate. Ted copulate during rerun week. My wife spends her days wondering which episode will Channel 4 play. And every night after Ted's climax, we switch to Leno's show and we always ask, how nice would it be to BJ? How nice would it be to BJ?
Was I right?
Mrs. K?
I'm not disappointed.
How about that?
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening.
Hi, 7:03 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Very quick forecast, Miss Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Afternoon thunderstorms. Look for a high of 94, currently 71.
Atta girl. Welcome back.
What?
Wait
What?
a minute. Just
What a mess.
You're not helping.
I'm not?
No.
Sorry.
See, where am I? Oh,
I'll try
I
to
know.
help from now
This
on.
is Tom. That's Chick. There's Josh. Ace Cosby is the man behind the Ace Cosby joke of the day. And I say we get to it in just a second here. I need it.
Here, here.
There's a lot of rooms in this building, and a couple buildings, as a matter of fact. Through the other building door is Pat Godwin over there.
Hello.
Great song, Pat. I love that.
Was
Thank
fun.
you, Dean.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
he switched guitars. Does that mean he can write that Gibson SG off in his taxes?
That's exactly right.
Okay. just kidding, friends from the IRS. There's
You're
Christy
not my
Lee.
friend. Choke on it.
There's Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
Said Josh Arnold. Social Security number 74293.
Hey!
Willie G is in the hot box. Hey, Willie.
Hey.
He's hotboxing it.
Willie's had his first lesson in errors in radio. When he walked in this morning, he said, "Hey, Willie, that script you did yesterday, you forgot to send it to me. Just send it to me now. My computer's at the house." Well, that's bad news for.
I would have sent it to you promptly, Tom.
Oh, gosh. Suck up.
If I had written one.
Well, I know you were busy trying out your new electric lawnmower.
Oh, boy, was I.
Rather than doing show prep.
Well, isn't there
I'm
a
glad your
way-
neighbors are glad that your lawn looks good.
Hey, watch this. Isn't there a way he could print it here?
Well, that's another thing. The printers here aren't working. We got a little,
we have fun.
Little issue. No. So the point is we're going to move ahead.
Well, we were talking about Cardi B earlier.
Yeah.
Yes, Cardi B is a famous singer, I guess, dancer.
yeah.
I
whatever.
smell a setup.
Cardi B is was in the news yesterday because she has. First of all, I'm not real familiar with her work. I really don't know much about her.
Oh,
she has a
that's
rather
great.
unusual
That's
look,
not a surprise at all.
and she is a former stripper.
Did you say a rather unusual look?
I think she's kind of pretty. I like
Yeah,
her.
she's pretty.
Yeah, she looks good.
It's a rather unusual look. I think. Her.
What do you mean?
She's
Let's
a little.
talk about
Her,
she is not in Tom's wheelhouse. We all
her
know that.
Joker-like makeup.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I haven't seen that picture, but
the carved eyebrows.
She's a conventionally attractive woman.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
Oh, God.
And I'll tell you what, the guys at the convention all high-fived after doing her.
What
Wow.
the hell?
There may have been a time.
Why was there a convention? What are you?
Married? A young child?
I'm just kidding, okay? Calm down. I just think it's rather humorous when someone announces that they're using, what does she call it, bleach on her most private areas and does a video for her fans.
She's using it on the front, but not the back.
Right.
And Willie.
Well, I said that she's dyeing Cardi's V, but not Cardi's B.
Right. Yes.
She's only dyeing the skin in the front of her.
And I had told a failed joke yesterday that was similar, but Willie really nailed it.
Yeah.
Well, my friend Nick Berger.
Nick Berger
has written in.
Nick is
Nick Berger,
like hamburger.
Nick Berger. He may be a pilot. Nick, verify that. Will you write in and let me know if you're
hamburger? Nick Berger.
I remember a picture of a jet or something on it. But anyway, he says he has a joke for me to redeem myself.
Oh.
Okay.
He has gifted me this.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Do I need to set it up again?
You don't.
Okay. Cardi B, 27-year-old
Shut up.
stripper, told her 70 million viewers that she's bleaching her, what she calls her effing cootie cat.
Right. And Willie suggested that she was bleaching Cardi V, but not Cardi B. Well, what do you call Cardi B on a treadmill?
I don't know what.
Cardio.
Excellent.
Pretty good.
So good.
How did you miss that?
Cardio.
How do we all miss that?
We all missed it, and Nick Berger was kind enough to gift that to me, so thank you, sir. He's a good man.
That is very nice.
Yes.
That's good for an amateur.
Ladies
I think that's...
Boy, he can
Ladies
talk
and gentlemen,
trash.
Do it.
that was the opening act for Ace Cosby. Now, this is your headliner. Ladies and gentlemen, Ace Cosby with
Learned
the
a
Ace
valuable
Cosby
lesson
Show.
last night.
What's that?
What do you get when you mix alcohol and American literature?
I don't know. What do you get?
Tequila Mockingbird.
Tequila Mockingbird.
Tequila Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Perfectly valid.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you
baby,
very
yeah.
much, Ace. Very good. Okay.
I can't believe you waited for us to... Well, I don't know. What do you get? In fact, you insisted on me. Most of the time when we do that, you step on it and then you...
All right.
Tequila Mockingbird. Tom.
Very good.
Yeah.
We have a tie-in coming up to that, as a matter of fact.
Harper Lee News?
Yeah, well, a little Tequila Mockingbird humor.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot out there.
Good world record.
Fastest woman to bike. Here we go. Fastest woman to bike across Canada. Bianca Hayes left Vancouver on June 16th and pedaled 3,666 miles in just 20 days.
Good for. It's a big charity thing. Good for her.
She embarked on her journey to raise money for ovarian cancer and successfully raised over $22,000. The trip, anything but smooth sailing. Her RV battery died 3 times.
Thought she was on a bike.
I thought she was on a bike.
She has a team that follows her.
A tire went flat.
Cheating.
And she had to repair.
Josh,
yes?
You know how far across Canada you could get on a bike?
I could probably get...
If you started at the Pacific Ocean,
right.
When you quit, you'd still be able to see the Pacific Ocean.
Well, that's interesting. Is it up on a hill? Or? The trip was anything but smooth. Her RV battery died 3 times. Tire went flat, and she had to repair about 20 tires on her bike.
I bet.
Ooh,
man.
There you go.
That is so long. And I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. How long did it take her?
20 days.
20 days.
That's
Gosh.
it? Wow.
3,266 miles in just 20 days.
See,
Those are some sore quads.
But to me, I was going to say sore butt.
Well, both.
Sure. But, I mean, there's a world record.
Yeah.
Now, as opposed to, yes, I got 15 ping pong balls.
And I'm catching them with my head.
Because I made a bowl out of shaving cream in my head. I know that they're both for a good cause, but bravo to Bianca.
Yeah, that's huge.
Bravo.
That's great. Now we were talking about Ace had brought up the discussion.
Bravo and bravo.
True.
You're correct. Thank you. To Kill a Mockingbird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of the great stories, and actually that was referenced on our program by a good friend of the show. And a comedian, a good friend of yours. And well, here it is.
With us in the studio, one of my favorite comedians, a young guy, Mike McRae.
Hey.
From Houston,
Thanks.
Texas now. And Mike's got a very deep speaking voice. But you happen to be a guy that does some impressions. You do a couple voices.
I do, yeah.
I understand that you have been working on Gregory Peck. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is true. And one of my favorite movies is To Kill a Mockingbird, right?
Sure.
A beautiful film about racial tolerance in the South, you know. But if they made that movie today, it would be like 10 hours long. They have to cover all the various groups and stuff. Can you imagine?
Sure.
Gregory Pegg up there talking to his kid.
Now, Scout, remember how I told you that black folks are just the same as we are, and we're to treat them with respect? Well, the same goes for those Shiite fundamentalists who just moved in across the street. They just believe different things than we do. So if you see them out there stoning one of their women to death for sneezing on Wednesday, you pay them no mind. Nobody likes a nosy Nelly. And in that house over there live coprophiliacs. Those are people who apparently derive sexual pleasure from human feces. Now, just because they're unrepentant dumb truckers and we're not doesn't mean that we are any better than they are. They work hard like all Americans to put food on their table so they can eat it and poop it out and have sex. But you have to be tolerant.
You have to be tolerant.
There you go. The little spin on To Kill a Mockingbird. Thank you, Mike McRae.
10 hours long, he said.
Be a longer movie. And maybe 12 lately, maybe 15.
Time now for Today in Sports History.
No, it's time now for the preview of Today in Sports History.
Okay.
Time now for the preview of Today in Sports History.
What do you got?
Well, now we only have time for the preview of the preview.
Damon Netley Skitley.
We've got tennis. We've got the Washington Redskins today in history, and we've also got another NFL note today in history coming up.
Okay, good. Look forward to that, certainly. Right now, I want to help you with yourself.
Do that.
You will?
Well, you want to be a better human being?
Heck yeah.
Somebody help me.
Who doesn't?
You need something going into your head that's very helpful.
Already perfect.
Well, all right then.
Hey, Josh is already perfect. If you have some perfect earbuds, that's going to make your life better. You need some time in your head these days, and the best earbuds out there are the Raycons, R-A-Y-C-O-N, and guess what? They're about half the price of those white ones that keep falling out of your ears. Raycons, this is what they do. The everyday E25 earbuds, the best yet, 6 hours of playtime. Chick McGee brought it to my attention, Chick.
I did. I did all the legwork. I went out there and tried many earbuds.
Well, not just you. You were with Snoop.
Snoop and I cruising streets looking for earbuds. That's right. Riding in the hoopty thing.
Is that what
That's right. And we landed on the E25 earbuds from Raycon. 6 hours of playtime, easy charging, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, more compact design. It's a nice noise isolating fit. The E25 earbuds is like Stacy's mom. They've got it going on.
And Chick, you're exactly right. My favorite thing about these, was when I first got them, they paired to my phone in seconds. I was listening to them immediately.
It's amazing.
Were you listening to yourself on the radio?
I was. That's what I do, yeah. I was very funny here.
You got to watch film, you know? If you're a good football player, you watch tape.
They're the E25s, and they have different size of those rubber gizmos, so they fit your ears perfectly.
That's right. And, of course, we got you a deal. Get 15% off your order just by going to buyraycon.com/Tom. You heard me, buyraycon.com/Tom for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, we have Today in Sports History.
That's right.
And we have something called the butt facial.
Yeah.
Because it's all about that butt.
All about it.
That butt, big booty. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Chick McGee here at the old compound. And they want me to tell you about bobandtom.com, where you can join and be a Bob and Tom VIP. And all the swell stuff that you get to be a part of because you're a VIP.
What kind of stuff?
All sorts of things.
Like what?
There are club meetings, and there are decoder rings, and secret handshakes. And also go to bobandtomstore.com, where you can get Bob and Tom hats and sweatshirts, t-shirts, and shorts, socks. We have socks. I'm not sure about the socks. But bobandtomstore.com for Bob and Tom stuff, and then bobandtom.com to join the VIP. The VIP, you also get the Off the Air podcast. Come on by and visit, okay? bobandtom.com, bobandtomstore.com.
this year. Replacing it will be a special show honoring this year's inductees, airing on HBO and HBO Max November 7th. This year's inductees, in case you forgot, include Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, Nine Inch Nails, the Notorious B.I.G., and T-Rex. Bob Marley's descendants have remade one of his biggest hits to help children affected by the coronavirus pandemic. Stephen Marley, Sedalia Marley, and Skip Marley have cranked out a new version of One Love. The track, which drops July 17th, includes guest appearances by other musicians. Proceeds from the song will go to UNICEF's global coronavirus relief efforts. Authorities say former Glee star Naya Rivera is missing and being searched for at a Southern California lake. The Ventura County Sheriff's Department late Wednesday confirmed that the 33-year-old Rivera is the person being searched for in the waters of Lake Peru, which is approximately 56 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles. Rivera played Santana, a cheerleader in the musical comedy Glee that aired on Fox from 2009 until 2015. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time that saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Voices in my head told me that I love you. Voices in my head said you love me too. Yes, they do. You know they're always right. So I'm listening tonight to the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said we'll always be together. So I got your name tattooed in flaming red on my forehead. They come in crystal clear, but my doctor, he can't hear the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said to stop my medication. The voices in my head said to jump the wall and run and buy a gun. You know they're always right, so I won't put up a fight with the voices in my head. I see you on TV, and the voices are telling me that you want me and you need me, and your boyfriend should be dead and gone. The voices in my head said to break in your apartment and hide under the bed, 'cause your love was just a lie. You too must die. So tonight I'll stalk. Tomorrow I'm insane, so my lawyer says I'll walk. 'Cause I got voices in my head. Got voices in my head. Got voices in my head.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom all the time in your ear. For Sheezy, holla back one time. What up with it, dog? Pimpin' for sure. For Sheezy. Was that black enough?
It's time once again for People Who Suck at Small Talk. Hey, catch the big game last night?
Well, what truly is a game when you really think about it? I mean, it's merely a struggle for conquest between competing rivals in a match to attain victory, so they can feel superior about a relatively inconsequential endeavor.
Jeez, sorry I asked. Join us again next time for People Who Suck at Small Talk.
7:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Afternoon thunderstorms look for a high of 94.7 tonight, down to 73.
There you go.
With scattered showers and thunderstorms, and then scattered storms tomorrow with a high of 87 degrees, 71 now.
Thank you very much. Serious cash coming up, so pay close attention. Listen very carefully. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Once again, in the big room, it's Ace, Chick, Josh. I'm Tom, glassed in with Christy, and Willie is in the hot box.
Hey.
Pat Godwin in front of a piano over there.
Hello.
Hey, Pat. He's being delivered through the magic of cameras and stuff. Now, we
We've
return
got a
to...
monitor on him, and we're watching him that way. Time now for sports. Today in sports history. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First ever Wimbledon tennis championship begins. What year you think, Tom? Go.
1878. I don't know.
1910.
1877.
Wow. That's amazing.
I really was
Holy
just
buckets of hell.
What was it? 18 what?
1877.
Man.
First ever
Just guessing.
Wimbledon tennis championship.
Have they been doing
begins.
the plate the whole time?
I don't know.
Early on, it was just a rope.
Okay, yeah, just a
And
piece of rope.
I'm a big fan of
They
the
wore
cup
around their necks. You like the cup?
versus the plate. Yeah, America's cup.
Yeah, I like a cup too,
I mean,
but I
a
think
plate,
there's
it just looks... What
something
are you
kinda
going
cool
to serve hors d'oeuvres on it?
Now tell me, Tom.
Now.
The cup, they
They're at the
booze in it and pass it around.
they're at the Griswolds when you were there on the Cape. Did you dream of competing in the America's Cup, taking on the Australians
would've
out
been
there
cool.
on the skiff or whatever?
Yes,
Any sort of
Well, that'd be
sailing.
rather- if it was a skiff, it wouldn't really quite have the
Of course not.
grandeur that it has on a large
exactly right.
yacht.
Yes.
The dinghy.
Get your dinghy out of here.
No, I don't like the plate thing. I like
Why? What? All right.
It's a very nice plate.
It is a
Very nice plate.
You got to get like one of those racks to hold it.
Yeah, I have those. I know what you're talking about.
What do you mean you have those?
When you
I have a few of those little holder things. I put paintings on them, but you can use them for
You have
plates.
decorative plates at your house?
No, I had. No, I don't.
You have
but I have
racks,
paintings with
you have
racks.
racks where all your plates are on display, or was that done away with?
I don't have. You mean yeah?
In your
Your
kitchen?
dinner plates.
Yeah, I don't like to have anything in cabinets.
Yeah.
So when
we know.
when I designed my kitchen, everything was just out.
Mm-hmm.
That was a remake on that. While I
Oh, really?
now they're in cabinets. I have to memorize. Okay, the plates are in that one. All right.
Sensibly in cabinets.
Right.
Wait,
Yeah.
really quick, isn't one of your favorite novelty acts what they used to do on the Ed Sullivan Show with the
Oh, yeah.
spinning plates on
Oh,
a stick?
yes.
Absolutely.
You love-
Okay, yeah. So why?
The plate spinner defines my life. He's got his spinning plates on sticks, and they keep falling off. You're trying to keep it. That defines my life.
You know there's a hole in the bottom of the plate.
There must be some trick.
Of course, there's a hole in the
Of
bottom.
course, I know that, but the point is, he still has to keep the plates going. And then there's always the one over there on the side that's just about to go, and the kids are going over there.
Oh my God, he's reliving it.
He would pay good money to watch a plate spinner today.
I actually contacted a guy.
Look
Yeah.
how excited he is.
There's a plate spinner guy in Chicago. I've been meaning to get him to come. The problem is, I know this is radio, and it would just be me going, yes!
Oh, I'd be excited too.
Come
no,
on,
we have to have
Josh.
it happen.
And you got to play
What am I thinking of, Christy, when he says he's going to have a plate spinner come in?
The cats?
Yep, the
Yep.
performing cat.
Performing cats.
Well, I would have loved that too.
Yeah, remember that?
That was
You had a
fabulous.
performing cat come
Oh,
into
yeah.
a radio
Yeah.
show?
Yeah, the performing cat did not live up to the billing.
I'll recreate it. The cat could ring a bell. That was its big
Well, no,
threat. And
but
he'd go,
he
okay,
couldn't
come
do it
over.
on command.
Come
That's
here,
the problem.
Muffy.
So
That's the cat being on the air.
The guy had this. You know how when magicians always have those? They have various types of apparatus that's very exotic and like dark wood and velvet and looks very complicated. And he had this really elaborate bell thing, and he put it on the table, and eventually the cat walked over and hit the bell. That was the thing. We'd been suckered into that one.
I'd love to see.
See, this is the music.
Though, man. That'd be so great. Put him out in the parking lot. Why not?
I would love it too.
Yes.
I've never seen one in person.
Oh, who has? Have you seen one in person, Tom?
No, they used to always be
Of course
on
not.
Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan.
You don't see those anymore.
Why doesn't
We've got to do it.
Why doesn't Cirque du Soleil do the plate spinner? That seems like a natural for them.
With people on them.
What month is your birthday in?
April.
April. That'll be warm weather. Next birthday, we get a plate spinner in here for him.
But what would they use for a hole if they put people up on the sticks to spin them around?
Oh, now you're back to Cirque du Soleil. I don't know. Can we move on?
The people
What's the
would be
name of
on
that?
top of the plate, silly.
What's the name of that song?
Saber dance.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wondering the same thing.
Oh, I'd like to see guys dance with sabers.
Yeah.
The guys with the Russian hats bending over and throwing
Yeah.
their feet out with their arms crossed. Remember that?
That's hard. You ever tried that?
Oh, it's impossible. Have you tried it?
Yeah, there was a time.
Let me
when
tell
I
you
was
something.
a
Christy
young
and I
man.
would pay $1,000 to see you do it.
I couldn't do it now. I'd blow out a knee, an ankle, and a foot, and an ass.
There's a Benny Hill sketch where he's sitting at like a vaudeville club or a burlesque club, and that song starts playing, and the Hills Angels, of course, are dancing scantily, and he's playing a man watching while eating spaghetti, and he starts twirling his spaghetti, and he looks up, and he sees these hot women, and it keeps coming back to him, and
the spaghetti
has twirled up his arm.
The classics.
That gag will never leave my brain.
And he's just got that tongue out, wild-eyed look, staring at him.
Boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Also today,
that's the track phone hotline.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Well, hi, fellas. This is Ernie Fergler calling from Fergler's Hardware.
Hey, I'm glad you guys were able to open back up, Ernie. How are things
well,
going?
thank you, Tom. Tom, I heard you talking. I wanted to tell you, Walt Wampler's boy, Wilbur.
Yeah.
You know, Juanita's son.
Wilbur Wampler,
sure, yeah.
Yeah, he does the plate spinning. If you need him, I can hook you up, as the kids say.
Good. Thanks.
He
That'll be
does the
fun.
Christmas parties here from time to time. But listen, yeah, you mentioned glad we're open back up. You know, many places around the country, the bars and the taverns have been closed down again.
Yeah.
Well, it's been that way around here. And that's hard for folks who enjoy a little nip of alcohol once in a while. Whether it's a few beers after work or cocktails at dinner or a bad sale doesn't go through, a secret bottle of bourbon in the filing cabinet, or perhaps the way I like it, in my Lucky Charms, swimming in a bowl of whiskey. But now, thanks to a new employee of Fergler's, we might be able to get you through the day without a case of the shakes.
Oh, how's that?
Pete, or Spider, as he prefers to be called, works in our paint department. Now, we hired him after he served something he refers to as doing a nickel in the state pen. Anywho, while in the big house, he learned a skill. He learned how to make something called Pruno. Now, what he does, he whips up a big batches of it in the dozens of toilet tanks we have in our plumbing department, one of the finest in the Midwest. The stink would knock over a buffalo, Tom. But apparently you can drink it. And if you can keep it down, and if you don't go blind or become partially paralyzed, it will give you a pretty nice buzz. So what I'm saying to the folks out there, what are you waiting for? Just head back to our paint department and ask for Spider. He's the one with the face tattoos. Now, today's special, a gallon of something called Sailor Puke Green Label Light.
Delicious.
Yeah, Spider will hook you up, but because of some outdated laws, let's just keep this strictly on the down low, cash only, please.
Okay, sure.
While you're there, too, I'm going to ask you this. Please, don't bump into Spider or place your hands on him or look at him funny or in any other way that disrespects him, okay? Just to be safe, you might want to stuff a few magazines in your waistband beneath your shirt because that'll deflect much of the force of the Shiv attack if one is forthcoming.
Wow.
Yeah, because customer safety is our number one concern.
Of course.
He's always armed. Remember, you'll make out like a burglar when you shop at
Burglar.
I'm getting a little dizzy. Are the lights on in here? I can't. Did I just wet my pants?
Okay.
Was he drunk or was he shiv?
Apparently he drank some of the Pruno from what was his name? Spider.
Yeah.
I see.
More today in Today is sports history.
What have you got?
Boston Red Sox purchase future Baseball Hall of Fame slugger Babe Ruth's contract from the minor league Baltimore Orioles. Yes, they were in the minor leagues then. This was in 1914. In 1932, the Washington Redskins were formed. Their original name, the Boston Braves. And also today in sports history, hold on to yourselves, it's O.J. Simpson's birthday.
Oh, that's right. We were supposed to have
get the Bronco today.
He's 73 years young today.
Okay.
They did
They're
move.
always celebrating.
They moved the debut of the Bronco.
Right, yeah.
This is neither here nor there. Terrible person. He looks great for 73. He looks incredible for
He really
73.
does.
We can all admit that.
Yeah, he really does.
Not a good guy.
It must be all that exercise he gets out there while looking for the real killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the list of suspects? They've
Oh, I haven't.
Go ahead.
That was the whole list. That was the whole list.
I think they let him cut his own cake.
Yeah.
He just sort of. Yeah.
That was a joke, and I feel like I ruined it.
No, you didn't ruin it at all.
That was amazing.
No, you're not supposed to blow on the candles. You know that now.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, because spit goes everywhere.
Yeah,
Don't they have a candle cover?
I think the
for
new
cake?
thing is you have a cake and then you have a cupcake.
Right.
I was reading somewhere where they have a candle cover for your birthday
No,
cake.
you weren't reading anywhere about that. Was my idea. I
What
wanted
are you
to
saying?
Shark Tank.
Oh, you're going to do that on Shark Tank?
Terrible idea.
That's going to work wonderfully.
Get this ridiculous globe over the cake with candles on it.
Not necessarily a globe. It fits
Looks
snugly
like some
on the
kind of
cake.
space age menorah. What is this? Is it a religious ceremony?
I like that. Space age menorah.
I like it
Mr.
very
Spock. Is that sports?
And that's sports.
Okay.
Ready to go.
I
whatever you
couldn't.
do.
I didn't.
How many
lost
fights
my
did we have?
My place.
An hour and a half. It was
A lot.
Quite a
Okay,
few.
yeah.
Yeah. Always be a good sport, Christy.
She's in her room by herself. It's Christy Lee locked in there.
Yes.
Behind the glass.
No, she's not locked. That
Farting
would
it
be
up.
that would be kidnapping, and that's a federal offense. Let's not say.
I
she's
can
locked.
fart it up in here. No one would know.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
Christy, do you
Love
fart
it.
in there?
Sure, why not?
I fart in here all morning long. I was
There you
hoping you
go.
did too.
Hey, Christy, next time give us a
Okay.
afterward.
I will.
There's some guy right now. Oh my God! They're finally talking about this.
Could we
Christy, fart
possibly move
Fart
on?
on my chest, Christy.
Oh, we can talk about aqua dumps, but we can't talk about farting. I'm sorry.
Farting, is that right? Is that right?
We have a song about aqua dumps.
Well, I'm sure there's songs about pooting out there somewhere.
Tomorrow we'll hear Godwin's "She Breaks Like Wind."
She breaks like the wind.
Yeah, that's it. She breaks like the wind.
Only Christy farts.
Only Christy farts.
See, now you're laughing. A 6-year-old girl fishing in Maryland has reeled in a cell phone, and it still works.
Whoa.
Regan Votal thought she had caught the first fish of her outing on the Severn River, only to pull in an iPhone XR in a waterproof case that had been encrusted with clams.
If they're not making that a commercial, I don't
No
know
kidding.
why not.
After drying the phone in some rice, Reagan's family plugged it in to find it still worked.
Wow.
Reagan's mom, Emily, sought out to find the phone's owner, and after some research, learned it had belonged to 8th grader Preston Shapiro.
Who had recently murdered someone.
Oh no! Throw the gun in there.
He goes, well, thank God you didn't find the body I threw in there.
He's in 8th grade.
Sorry, those were all jokes, Preston. You're a good young man.
Shapiro had apparently lost the phone while kayaking. He said he'd saved enough money to replace the phone that he lost, but is still happy to get the old phone back.
Yeah.
His family also
Wait a
gave
minute.
Regan,
This kid had a job good enough to buy an iPhone.
yeah, a $50 reward for
What,
returning
like
the phone.
$1,000?
Good for him.
It's an XR. Is it iPhone XR?
Yeah, if you can do monthly, I think, on AT&T or something.
He's in 8th grade, though. That's what, 14?
Yeah, you can sell a lot of drugs.
All right, could we not slander young Preston?
Yeah, he
I'm
was
sure
he was selling drugs by the river. This
proper
kid.
as a
Mr. Shapiro or Shapiro, I'm sure, is an upstanding citizen and saves his money.
Yeah, indeed, yes.
Now,
He maybe has
this
a-
is, yeah, as Chick says, this would be a great commercial, especially if the phone rang as they pulled it out of the water.
Hello, it's for you. Hello.
But this is like the 2020 version of the message in the bottle, I think.
Yeah.
Walk along the beach.
Have we
and I
decided what to put on the message in the bottle
And
kit?
once again, Chick
We're
has a
looking-
message in a bottle kit that someone sent him with a special bottle.
Does it come?
We should fill it with Christie's farts.
Oh, there you go.
Does it come with the paper to write on, or do you have to supply your own?
I think you have to supply your own paper.
Well, then that's hardly a kit.
No,
you weren't
it's
sent
just
a
a
message in a
bottle.
bottle kit. You were sent a bottle.
But it's the idea
Well,
is
what
that
else would
the
you
bottle the bottle looks so unusual. If you were
Yes.
walking along the beach, you would what's this?
Help me, Tom.
It's a clear bottle, but it looks kind of scientific.
I would smash it in the
It looks
sand
like
with
a
my foot.
potion bottle.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a
love
potion
soft
number
drink.
9.
So this, how old is the young lady that found the cell phone?
How old is she?
6? Wasn't she 6?
Yep.
4,
6.
6.
So like all fishermen, I'm sure that you said it was a iPhone XR.
XR.
Yeah. By the time she finishes telling the story, it was an iPhone 10. Oh no, it was an
It was
iPhone. It was an
11.
iPhone 11 Pro. Yeah, yes, the 11 Pro
Yeah.
had the 3 lenses.
Right.
Wouldn't it be funny if she weighed the phone and then just threw it back?
Catch and release.
Catch and release
It's the new Apple Bluegill 9S. And this leads me to my new favorite topic. When does the iPhone 12 come out? Do we know?
September normally, but obviously everything's delayed, so it might not be September. That's the rumor, though.
And Christy, at what age do you think a kid should be given a phone?
Oh boy, this is can't remember when my kids got phones.
This is a tough one.
I'm going to say 10.
We were divorced, and I think when you're in a divorce situation, it's kind of important for kids to be able to get a hold of their dad. Or
No. It's important for you to be the parent that gives the kid the good stuff.
Right. That's right.
Oh,
No, it's important that when you call, you don't have to talk to anybody but your kids. Is what's important.
Yep.
So you call them.
We split the cost of that. I paid for one, and he paid for the other.
I got my 7-year-old that new thing. It's called My First Burner phone.
Oh, really?
from Kenner.
It's from the Wire toy collection.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Seriously, is she asking for a phone at 7?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
I bet.
My 4-year-old, if you pick her up and carry her, the first thing she does is reach in your pocket, grab your phone, and starts. They know exactly how to use it.
And it's so intuitive.
Right.
They're running it like better than you can.
Yes.
Probably.
I had to do a Zoom conference call, and I've had to do a bunch of them, but I usually do them here, and someone sets it up for me.
Yeah, we know.
So I was at home doing it. I couldn't figure it out, and 7-year-old Finn walked in and click, click, click. There we were.
Pretty amazing.
Yes, she's got it all down. Yeah, the brilliant design of these phones. Anyway, they're what do they call them? User friendly and intuitive. Yeah, she nailed it.
You don't have a passcode on your phone?
They like to play games. They can play games on it. But,
okay.
She has an iPad now, so
It's so funny that you're so hesitant to embrace technologies and you hate remotes. Yet when a new phone comes out, you're the first guy in line to get it. That makes no sense.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Haha. You don't like remotes for your TV? Is that what he's talking about?
Want to get up and change channels?
No, they're just so confusing. There's 3 of them. I can never figure which one does what. There are all these secret buttons.
You know what? They consolidate those now into one remote. All you got to do is a little programming, and you're on your way.
It takes like a 1-week course from some guy with bad breath.
bad breath guy again.
You're your own worst enemy.
Let's see now. Give me the teaser, Christy.
Well, that's not the only cell phone in the news. We have another story coming up. And we also have I don't know if you saw this video, a guy fighting off a deadly snake while driving. Did you see this?
Oh, my gosh.
It's not just a deadly snake.
I can't wait.
Isn't it the most deadly snake in the world?
Yeah.
Wow.
The most highly poisonous brown snake in Australia. Yeah.
And we have a listener-submitted Cardi B joke.
Oh,
More of those.
Hot dog.
Oh, we got some good ones already. Thank you so much. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Stay tuned. Who knows who will be next on the Bob and Tom Track Phone Hotline? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, if you missed today's show, we'll have an afternoon double play for you this afternoon beginning at 3 p.m. Christopher steps in and hosts today's show. We call it the repeat at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll replay today's show back-to-back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update as Major League Baseball cautiously tiptoes closer towards beginning its delayed 2020 season. Several teams welcome back players who might have been exposed to the coronavirus. San Francisco Giants resume workouts Wednesday after finally receiving the results of COVID-19 tests administered over the weekend. Red Sox third baseman Rafael Devers worked out at Fenway Park for the first time since Boston opened its summer camp. Also, Rangers first baseman Ronald Guzman was on the field after missing the first 5 days of workouts. In Cleveland, outfielder Framil Reyes was cleared to return after being isolated for attending a party over the July 4th weekend. The offseason renovations at Dodger Stadium have hitters adjusting to a new backdrop in center field. First baseman Max Muncy was hit by a pitch on his left ring finger during an intra-squad game and says he couldn't see the ball coming. The black tarp that served as the backdrop in center is gone, replaced by a new center field plaza. Muncy expected to be ready by opening day July 23rd, but manager Dave Roberts says it's unsettling that a hitter couldn't see the ball because of the background. You think they'd have thought about that. 3 PGA Tour players who have tested positive for the coronavirus but are no longer symptomatic will play together at the Workday Charity Open. The tour announced the change Wednesday in the latest revision of its COVID-19 policies. Nick Watney will play alongside Dylan Frediletti and Denny McCarthy during the first 2 rounds at Muirfield Village in Dublin, Ohio. Watney, the first tour player to test positive and reported just mild symptoms. The tour said all 3 players continue to test positive for the virus but have met the Centers for Disease Control guidelines for return to work. Players in those circumstances will either be grouped together or play as singles. That's a quick look at your sports update. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Who talks like that?
Oh, this is Kennedy. To my untutored eye.
Charles Collinwood. You want to hear him again? Here we go.
Tell me about the silverware in China, Mrs. Kennedy.
It's not silver, it's all gold or vermeil.
Excuse the hell out of me.
Yeah, well, Jack's cheating on you.
Yes, I know.
Cronkite gets to do the walk on the moon. I'm stuck here talking to you. Tell me about this wooden spoon, you bitch.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute the coast to coast, all over the free world Bob and Tom Show.
The coast to coast, all over the free world Bob and Tom Show.
For Bob, whose hands are happy holding a bucket of balls or cupping a sweet pair of big, beautiful Bud Lights.
A nice set of Bud Lights.
The Tom, captain of the Clean and Safety Patrol, who likes to be on top, born to get busy.
Because he puts in all the practice.
Christy Lee, who dated a member of an 80s rock band with a much too much penchant for black and white makeup. His name's right on the tip of my tongue.
What was the attraction?
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Bob and Tom. It's worth it. To toast chick who's learning it's the size of the shoe, not the amount of shoes that makes the myth.
That's not the droid she's looking for.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Does a male chicken have exterior genitalia?
Yeah, and they are.
Are they?
Huge. Oh, it's amazing.
Rooster?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
are they strictly a one-pecker bird?
No, it's
well, I hope so.
Well, the one in the face,
neck.
I mean.
It's under their neck, yeah.
I'm a therapist.
It is not under their neck.
Well, they're peckers on their face. I thought.
Are they a one? They don't have an exterior? I should have asked the doctor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all interior. Yeah, it's under their left wing.
But that information.
Well, smart guy, where is it? Do male chickens have a?
They're called roosters.
Even chickens do it doggy style, I believe.
Yeah.
I think everyone does except for humans.
Right.
Yeah. They're not in the missionary position.
We do it face to face to cause guilt.
Is that what it is?
And if that's not well, I hope you were paying attention there. 7:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That guy sounded desperate.
He's a mess. Who is that? Wow.
Well, good.
Bless you.
You guys know every morning I get these allergies out or whatever.
Yep, that's right.
Or that, or it's just COVID boogers floating everywhere.
Either way, they're out of my system.
Okay, thanks.
And that's the important thing.
Appreciate
you
that.
Go out and make it a great day.
Okay, good. Thanks very much. Where was I? I know. Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Afternoon thunderstorms, high 94.7. Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. Low tonight 73. High tomorrow 87. It's 73 degrees currently.
It's been weird. 2 days ago, it was sunny as can be, pouring rain for 20 minutes.
That is so weird when that happens.
I know there's the great Creedence song about that, but it just how is this
Sir,
happening?
it didn't happen.
Oh, it happened, all right.
I don't believe it.
Okay, well, probably didn't happen at your place because I'm sure the devil's just arranging for the exorcism of
The devil?
Oh, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Be quiet. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
I haven't given you the signal to speak yet, or the single, so don't.
Those unfamiliar with the show are probably frantically reaching for the dial. And let's see. There's Ace. There's Chick. I'm Tom. That's Josh. Socially distanced as required by
law.
July 9th, 2020.
That's Christy Lee behind the glass in that room, and then Willie G behind the glass in that room, and Patty G in the other building being delivered via
a camera,
electronic camera link. Thank you very much. And
electronic camera link.
We're linked to the other building with that thing. Very good. Now,
it's just a camera. It's like TV.
A couple things. Got some requests here we're going to try to get to. If you want to reach us, Josh, can you explain how that's done?
Yes, my gosh, get the Bob and Tom app. You can reach us there, or my favorite, text us. We've got a wonderful text line. It's 888-262-8661. I get 69 cents per text that comes in.
Oh,
and,
got a raise.
It really helps put food on my table.
I see. That's a lie. The point is, we were discussing the singer, I guess, technically. Is that
Cardi B. Yeah,
Cardi B.
Actress.
Is she an actor? I'm not very familiar.
She's in the movie Hustlers.
Cardi
she
B's
plays a
work.
stripper.
And she was, in fact, a stripper in real life.
Yeah, she was.
Yes.
She's got 70 million followers on Instagram.
She's a very good singer.
I'm not familiar with her work. I'm sure she's great. She's has a Instagram post.
Yes.
In which she's talking about dyeing her bleaching her mommy parts, which she is doing.
How many different things can he get wrong in this story while he's trying to explain it? It's amazing.
Well,
keep trying.
Well, I'm getting it right. She's talking to her 70 million fans about bleaching her vaginal area, and I would certainly recommend talking to a qualified medical professional before doing anything like that.
And she actually does say that, doesn't she? She says don't do this at home kind of thing.
Okay, well, I mean...
And she said she's using a doctor. There's a doctor there with her. It's
right.
Yeah.
So she's...
but the doctor doesn't use the following phrase. This is her exact words. She says, I am bleaching my effing cootie cat.
Well, we don't know her doctor. Her doctor may have...
he may have said that,
Yeah, you don't know.
If you go to a doctor, and you walk in, ladies, and... He goes, yes, I'm having some pains in my vaginal area, and the physician says, "Oh, your cootie cat?"
Yeah,
I'd chuckle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what medical school that would be.
Right, maybe walk out. Yeah.
A friend of mine, an ER doc, said that. I bet you know the answer to this, Christy.
What?
The most common phrase used by the ladies when they would come in, referencing.
Down there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hurt down there.
Yeah. If I were a doctor, I'd be so cool. I'd be, your knee? Your foot?
I bet you would.
No, after a while, the humor really goes. Okay.
Do you have a Cardi B joke, Josh? I thought you.
Well, now this all started. That's why I brought this back up, because apparently there is a series of Cardi B jokes referencing the fact. And again, she says, I don't believe in body bleaching. I just believe in like underarm or like your vagina or maybe your. And then she refers to the
but she doesn't do that part.
Button.
She likes her.
She prefers her dirt button brown, as she says. I like my brown AH. She
wants to keep her brown eye brown.
Right.
Yes, of course. That's the famous song.
Don't it make
my brown eye brown?
Yeah.
It's what was the name of that woman?
Crystal Gale.
Crystal Gale.
If you start explaining all the jokes, we're going to be here a long time.
Yeah, could you just hit the joke?
Remember, Crystal Gale's hair touched the floor.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah,
she was her own broom.
Here we go.
Yep.
So did her pubes.
There it is.
Wow.
There it is. Yeah. So you're getting out of the shower. It's a mess.
These are the jokes, people. We came here.
Looked like she had Fidel Castro in a headlock.
Willie suggested that since she's dyeing the front but not the back, she's what, Willie?
Yeah, no, I said she's dyeing her Cardi V, but she's not dyeing Cardi's B.
Right. And then we found out from our friend Nick that when Cardi B is on a treadmill, it's cardio.
Right.
Very good.
Right. Well, these series of jokes have been continued to be submitted. Our friend Rory, and I did a bit of a rewrite on this, says, what do you find in the toilet after Cardi B goes to the bathroom? Cardi P, of course.
I thought Cardi B.
We know you were
Cardi B.
There's a one-letter rule. You can only add that.
Doesn't.
This changes the letter a little bit. but I think it's worth sharing. William wants us to know, what piece of clothing should Cardi B start making?
Cardi T.
No.
Cardigans.
Cardigan.
Cardigans. Yes.
I see.
Yes.
So we're changing the rules now.
Well, William took it upon himself to.
Yeah. The Cardi T, she probably has those already, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Does she have merch? Okay,
Oh.
well, thank you very much. Now, I want to play this because we have a story coming up. Josh, this is for you primarily.
Oh, good.
You are an avid reader.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Somewhat
many books.
Literary guy.
Nerd.
Lonely.
Leatherbound.
I love readers. Stop it.
Josh,
I have a chair and a light.
Yeah, I love books.
I have a chair and a light.
Yeah, and
You have a cardigan?
I get a little upset sometimes about changes in the language, but that's the way it
Well,
works.
sorry, grammar purists.
Now, here you go. So I've got a song. But, so why am I playing this with reference to language, John?
Because it was in Valley Girl and it's the greatest.
Because it's modern English?
Yes. That's the band Modern English.
Of course.
I love that song.
I love that song.
Why are you doing it again? What?
Because
We have a song about the English
I
language.
thought you were about to go. It's actually, I'll stop the world and melt with Hume. This is the correct version.
Oh, with humor. It's a tribute to Arizona.
Merriam-Webster has affirmed that the word irregardless belongs in the dictionary.
Oh, no.
Right.
This is infuriating.
The dictionary staff wrote in their Words of the Week roundup, quote, irregardless is included in our dictionary because it has been in widespread and near constant use since 1795.
So if you can't beat them, join them. That's the dictionary's motto
They
now.
added, quote, we do not make the English language, we merely record it. Merriam-Webster defines the word as non-standard, but meaning the same as regardless. The dictionary conceded that some find the word nonsensical since the IR prefix usually indicates...
Prefix. Yeah, the word you use if Bill Cosby's involved involves Quaaludes.
That's called foreplay.
That would be the normal
I
way
heard
to do it.
pre-game. I've heard of pre.
Okay.
Prefix usually indicates negation, but in this case, it works as an intensifier.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. We should not be
I'm switching dictionaries.
acknowledging this word. This is why, it's the Oxford from
We'd
here on
appreciate a return to normality.
out. Yes.
Now getting the word normalcy, shoved down our throat day after
Is
day.
that in the dictionary too now?
Yes, but
Normalcy?
it's also incorrect.
Josh just got so mad and just goes, that's it. It's the Oxford now. And was being completely serious.
Oh, me too.
That's hilarious.
The word's inclusion in the post originated from a tweet wherein David Berg shared a screenshot of the definition and wrote, quote, it was a good run, English language.
Mr. Berg.
To which Merriam-Webster replied, quote, yep, English is literally dead.
I agree.
It's who cares? Who cares?
I care, Will.
I think this is fine. I think that people speak.
Irregardless of what you think, you illiterate. I ain't buying it.
Okay.
You know what? Fine. It's a word now, but you're taxed $20 every time you say it.
Wow. Who's going to keep track of that?
I want speakers everywhere, like in Demolition Man.
Okay.
They hear everything. You've been fined $1,000.
Thing is, you're going to be judged.
By people like you?
By you.
Yes.
Yes.
By better people.
Yes,
That's right.
You are a lesser person.
Yes.
I wanna point out-
Regardless of what you think of yourself.
I want to point out one thing really quickly. Josh and Deb specifically, you two get so mad when people get offended at a variety of things. You get mad that they're changing sports teams. You go, when it's going to end? Why are you getting so offended? But the word irregardless offends you two both more than anything I've ever seen.
To give it the official welcome to a dictionary.
It's willful ignorance.
Oh my gosh. It's
not only that, but it's on purpose.
Regardless of what you say.
What else is in there?
It's kind of a marker. It's someone trying to use a big word they don't know how to use.
Exactly.
Which one of my favorite things, by the way.
Yeah.
Another good reason to watch the news.
I completely compensate with you.
Luckily, I haven't been impacted by it. So.
Okay.
What are you, a meteor?
That's just a usage problem.
Yeah.
And that has now become the That's constant now.
What,
I know.
impacted?
I know. I've my blood doesn't boil.
Affected and impacted have been switched.
I have to make myself numb to it.
But again, I played this because it is the band Modern English.
Godwin was playing along.
I love that song.
I do too.
You know how to play that song?
I love that song. I have something for you. I have a little Modern English for you.
Please.
Really?
Imagine starting a new business in this pandemic. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. Opened a restaurant with all of my cash. They told me the timing of it was a little rash. Public opinion will be my saving grace. Irregardless of the virus, it could be a great new place. I need a 5-star Yelp review. I bought some ad space, but it doesn't matter. It's a waste of time. I made my mother write one too. And I got a 5-star Yelp review. But the world is stopped and rent is due. It doesn't matter, I got a good Yelp review. There you go. Irregardless.
All right.
That was nice. Thank you very much. Well, Josh, we're going to have to start reading the words of the week roundup from Merriam-Webster people.
Boy, all right, I'll have to up my Xanax.
Okay.
Does that mean it'll show up in a crossword puzzle now?
Supposedly.
Here you go, real quick. Try to spell Xanax. Who can spell it?
Xanax.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Josh has
I can spell it too, unfortunately.
read it on a few pills.
They don't have it spelled out on the pill.
On the bar? Yeah, they do.
On the bar.
The street bars.
Man, who takes the 3?
Whoa.
Not anymore. I had a seizure that got in the way of that.
Oh.
I know. I paid for it. When we
Can
come
we
back.
talk about something happy?
Yeah, when we come back, Madonna naked.
Oh, that's not happy.
Bush.
I've already seen that.
Get a dress.
I bet she looks like a plucked chicken.
Well, we'll find out next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, plus links to our social media sites. We know you kids love your social media. You can even access Bob and Tom's VIP if you're a paid member. Of course, much, much more. Even email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Put in the request line, subject line, what you'd like to hear if you have a request, or perhaps just you want to reach out to us to let us know something. Maybe you want a junior win bag, Tom. That's okay, too. We take all email. We take a look at it. Some of it gets deleted, I'll tell you that, but a lot of it gets passed on, and we end up talking about it on the show. So if you want to be part of it, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The Supreme Court is expected to rule today on whether Congress and the Manhattan District Attorney can see President Donald Trump's taxes and other financial records that the president has fought hard to keep private. The high-stakes dispute tests the balance of power between the White House and Congress, as well as Trump's claim he cannot be investigated while he holds office. Speaking of the president, he's threatening to withhold federal money if schools don't reopen in the fall, and he says the guidelines his own federal health officials have created for schools to reopen are too impractical and expensive. Shortly after Trump tweeted that the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's guidelines were very tough and expensive, Vice President Mike Pence announced the agency plans to release additional school guidance next week. And it's been a clothier of choice for just about every U.S. president, an iconic brand for more than 200 years. But now Brooks Brothers has become the latest major retailer in the country to be toppled by the coronavirus pandemic. The clothing maker has filed for bankruptcy protection, with many of their stores closed and most businesses and people working from home. Sales of suits have tanked. Under the restructuring plan aimed at saving the company, Brooks Brothers will permanently close more than a quarter of its 200 stores. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Dear Allie, I found really dirty lingerie in my girlfriend's underwear drawer, but I don't think it was there before, and she's never worn it for me. When I confronted her about it, she said it was going to be a surprise that she was planning.
I think she's telling you the truth. And what are you doing in her underwear drawer?
If you've never done it before, hence the surprise.
Yes. If it looks like she spilled toaster strudel icing on it, she's cheating.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Ross Bennett, and you're listening to Bob and Tom every day, 24 hours a day, nonstop. It's always going to be here, and I can't sleep.
They say 3% of the people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3%, and the rest goes down the drain. I will never know which one I am, but I'll bet you my last dime. 99% think we're 3% 100% of the time.
Gotta write that down.
They say 72% of all statistics are made up right there on the spot. 84.4% of people believe them, whether they're accurate statistics or not. Now, I will never know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt I need another double shot of something 90 proof. This is too much to think about. It's too much to think about. Too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt with too much to think about. They say 92% of everything you learned in high school was bullcrap that you will never need. 82% of everything you bought just to satisfy your greed. Because 94% of the entire population links possessions to success, even though 80% of the wealthiest 1% of the population drinks to an alarming extent. It's too much to think about.
3 at Q95, it's the Bob and Tom.
Waiter walks up to a table of...
That's right.
That's Aces.
Get your thumb off my
You're going down
steak.
Aces Street. Christy has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Afternoon thunderstorms look for a high of 94.7. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms, low down to 73. Variable cloudiness on Friday with scattered thunderstorms and a high of 87. Currently, sunshine, 73 degrees.
Okay, no, we're 94.7. I know we're giving away a bunch of money, but Christy, seriously, what's the high temperature supposed to be today?
93 is what they're saying.
I've told you 100 times, don't say
He set you up bad.
Yeah, and it's a shame it's not for the right commercial. This is Josh, and I'm Tom for Window Nation. Tell them about it, Josh.
Well, Window Nation, my goodness, they have some amazing things going on right now.
I'd get a hammer.
You can get that free online virtual quote valid for 6 months. It's very deferred payments for 2 years.
1, 2, 3.
Get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. No limit on that. Plus 0 down payment and 0 interest for 2 years. Why aren't you on windownation.com right now?
Once again, you do the free online virtual quote, 6 months deferred payments. You get 2 windows. Wait a minute. You buy 2, you get 2 free. So if you have 16 windows, you have to buy. This is great. 0 down payment, 0 interest. It's windownation.com. Everybody, just once again, you put your thumb there and your fingers there.
Oh.
No, just take
I
your,
had them in the wrong spot.
just take your index
Now,
finger.
in Josh's case, take them out of your shorts.
There's no thumb.
Yeah, what is the thumb involved?
It's your index finger.
Oh, that. No, he was doing a sort of
You know, Chick is right. It's time to do our mission statement because one of my favorite things about contemporary culture, everybody has to have a mission statement.
Sure.
You can't just walk up to a place and get an ice cream cone. You got to hear their mission statement. So with in these troubled times, it's very confusing. Things coming at you from all different directions, lots of different opinions about lots of different things. It's pretty hard to keep it together these days, and we're here to help by giving you our mission statement. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Okay, thank you very much. Now you know where we come from and what we're doing. In the big city, in the big room.
Big City McGee.
In the city.
It's Big City McGee across the way.
so lost.
There's Josh.
Are you okay today?
Big City McGee is pretty
If it's not the caffeine, it's just a general confusion. It's
Everything has been breaking in the
taking
building
hold.
today. It's we're okay though. There's
Big
Ace. I'm
City.
Tom. Then on the big screen over there, it's Pat Godwin. Loved your new song.
That was
Pat.
fun.
That was great. And then we have Josh Arnold over there.
Hi.
Christy Lee's behind the glass over there, and behind that glass is Willie G. Hey everybody, how's it going? Now where were we, Christy?
Well, she's naked on crutches. That's right, Madonna, naked again.
Pass.
She posted a topless photo of herself on Instagram Monday wearing just a bucket hat, black underwear, and gold bracelets.
Who the hell cares?
She discreetly is covering her breasts with her arms, though, and leaning on one of her crutches. She captioned the mirror selfie, "Everyone has a crutch." In February, in case you
That's
forgot,
deep, Madonna. And I'm not talking about the sentiment.
she took a fall during a concert in Paris after she had already been reportedly struggling from past knee and hip
Odds
injuries.
are she was pushed, probably.
Did you see her in the bathtub with the rose petals the other day, naked? Yeah.
Well, good for her. You know, I'm glad that she's a confident woman and she's not afraid to flaunt what she still has.
Yeah.
Well, and she's on crutches right now. And
She looks like Johnny Depp in Alice in Wonderland.
A little bit, yeah, because of the hat.
Wonderland. That's a different movie, I think.
Come on by to Wonderland, Oklahoma.
The minute I said it,
Okay, well, she's famous for years ago did that famous book where she was nude.
Yep.
Yeah, Sex. It was called.
It was called Sex, and it was had a metal binder. Remember that?
Yeah. Remember she was completely naked hitchhiking?
Very expensive.
I really liked that photo when it
Well,
came
it's
out.
in one of our favorite restaurants, isn't it, Chick?
Yes,
in
it
fact,
is.
they
Yeah.
always sit me at that table, so I have to stare at her crotch all the time.
Yeah, that was a bold choice for Arby's to make. To have
a bold choice.
You have to call ahead for a table.
Oh, she's definitely not bald at that point.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, she was very hirsute.
Very bad idea, I would say, naked hitchhiking, ladies.
Yeah.
Or gentlemen.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to be.
Okay. Whoever picks you up, you don't want to have them pick you up.
No. It's not going to end well.
If you were in the late 80s and fell asleep and woke up now and saw this picture of Madonna, you'd go, who the hell is that?
Wait.
Can you see her?
Something's wrong. No,
Okay,
it's, nice try.
So in any event, going back to the day when she was with her famous book about being naked and in the book called Sex, we had a tribute at the time from Nick Wayne. I don't know if you remember this, but it's about Madonna's naked reveal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the club. I'm your host, Nick Wayne. Tonight, we're going to do a little tribute to the ballsiest broad in the business. Of course, I'm talking about Madonna. What will she think of next? She's always pulling some publicity stunt. She's got a new book out, $50 up front. It's got lots of close-ups of her thick, bushy legs. And that's why Madonna is a tramp. She's just a crude and lewd material girl on top of the world. She plays both ways. She's taken a licking, but she's still the champ. And that's why Madonna is a tramp. You're no lady, Madonna. You're acting like a slut, showing all America your boobs and butt. You once were like a virgin, Where did you go wrong? Could be when you got a glimpse of Sean Penn's started dating Sandra Bernhard. That created quite the ballyhoo. But now that she is gone, we all are wondering what's eating you. We love you, but this time you've gone too far. Madonna, Madonna, please cover your vagina. And won't you just go
Nick Wayne, ladies and gentlemen, and the classic Madonna tribute. Once again, Madonna naked.
She doesn't look that bad. For her age, I think she looks pretty darn
Yeah,
good.
good for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
She's
go.
a weirdo, but, have at
No,
it.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Do you, Madonna?
Uh-huh.
And she's got her crutches in the picture.
Yeah, one. She just has one. She's leaning on one crutch.
Oh, will she fall over?
She's got the new iPhone, I can tell you that.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Now, what else is happening at the news
Well,
desk?
this might be something that Madonna would be all for. You can't get a facial at the Sophie Pavitt Skincare Studio in New York's Chinatown. The spa is open for business under Phase 3, but the esthetician is not allowed to do what she does best, facials. Pavitt told the New York Post that without a medical license, she doesn't have the power to work on someone's face, even if she's wearing the same PPE as someone in a doctor's office. She's frustrated, so what could she do in the interim? Well, her solution? Offer a facial for your bottom. Yes, that's right. The butt facial has arrived. It's a facial for your booty, according to Pavitt, 36, who has already lined up 17 clients looking to get their rear ends buffed and ready for the thong bikini season.
So, exactly what do they do?
I don't know.
I assume they put oils and lotions and
Where do you put the cucumber?
Rub it down.
Where do you put the
You just need the
cucumber?
one slice.
Where do you put the cucumber? They actually just use this kosher pickle. They just put a tilting.
It's more of a.
I'm sure they use a scrub of some sort.
Some kind of exfoliant.
Yes, thank you, Pat.
I bet it feels good.
I bet it does too.
Wouldn't you like somebody to rub your butt?
Oh, yeah.
Tom,
Yeah.
are
Get
you
a nice butt
kidding?
massage,
Yeah.
lotioned
Butt
up.
massage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Squeeze
Maybe a
Look
nice
at
sugar
him.
scrub.
Squeeze a cheek. Look how uncomfortable he is.
I
just
know.
talking about it.
Don't check my oil.
Have you ever had a massage?
Yeah, but not a butt massage.
Oh,
They
didn't
didn't
touch
massage your butt?
Touch that.
Yeah, they do. If you have a good
So
one.
they grab a drill and
Yep. They grab a drill and they
A
ream you right
drill?
out, Tom.
what?
Yeah.
What are
No, it's
you
one of those
talking
one of those
about?
like car buffing things on it. Oh, sorry.
Like they use on the Tin Man.
Yeah.
Like they use on the
I love that scene. As if the castle. Oh, we have a place where we buff down people made of steel. Just happen to have these giant things
Just
hanging
have to
from the
have-
ceiling.
have
Buff,
these
buff.
loop-
Rub there.
Do people get what's it called? Botox in the buttocks?
I don't know.
That sounds like a song we need to write, Pat.
Do you have a wrinkly butt?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. But I mean,
Botox in the buttocks.
because we remember we heard about
with me.
there were primarily there were men that wanted to have the wrinkles taken out of
Their sack?
their sack. Is that
Well, so why wouldn't the butt be close behind?
You can
Well,
certainly
it
get
is.
butt implants or whatever.
Yeah, I know that, but
I've thought about it.
I think Cardi B has butt implants.
I think you're right.
Oh.
you thought about
may.
getting butt implants?
Yeah. I have no ass at all, so.
That sounds like a drug.
No
ass at all?
Yeah, it does.
no ass at all.
I'm all out of no ass at all.
If lower back pain, maybe you need no ass at all. It's new from the people who brought
Why
you
would
back.
you want a better? Your butt's fine. I don't understand.
I've been told I have a frog's ass.
Yep.
So what?
That's what I said. And whoops, my fault.
All right, butt buddies.
Yeah, I
we
thought
don't
you were
really
gonna
need to hear what you say to each other in
Well, we
private.
like to appreciate each other's butt.
Right, well, that's where it starts. You first you look at each other's butt, and then
Wow,
you look at
what
the
a
butts
nice-
of
nice little
other
butt there.
people.
Okay.
And then you go.
Rub, rub, yeah, rub, there, whether you're tin or bras. That's how we you in the merry old land.
I'm not sure what happened there.
That was the cut, the director's cut.
There's something we wanted to abridge. I'm not sure what just happened. Thank you very much. Let's hear that again.
Rub, yeah, rub, there, whether you're tin or bras. That's how we you in the merry old land of Oz.
Okay, it took a turn there. It's been an off-Broadway production on Christopher Street, apparently.
Christopher Street.
Okay. Christy Lee, give me the teaser, please.
Well, coming up, we still have that guy fighting off a deadly steak while driving, an alligator on the loose in Michigan, and dinosaur and Mars news today, but some science
My
news.
space modulator.
The cool dinosaur name.
And we'll find out why Cardi B is called Cardi B.
All right.
Okay, well, very good. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Now I know we're gonna try to do the big orchestrated version of Fred at some point.
Are we?
And we doing that now? Okay, so we're getting the.
Are we ready?
The official.
Y'all just tell me. I'll go.
We got the official Fred. Are the Fred singers out there at this point? We have to get some singers out here for this one. This is a song. This is actually the first
Hello, Wendy.
experience
Glad you
that Rodney had with the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra, and we brought Rodney in and did a recording of this song, which ended up being what the deal that got Rodney his record.
Yeah, I
record
guess.
deal.
I can remember the first time I did the show, and I did like 2 hours of this, and of everything I knew. And then I remember you asking me, well, you got anything else? And then I said, I got this stupid Fred song, and then that was the thing that kind of stuck. And out of all the things, and if I don't sing it, by God, I hear about it too at the shows. You son of a bitch, I drove 400 miles here. You sing the Fred song. Looks like you're going to be doing it a cappella in my pickup truck.
How many of the Fred singers do we have out there? Do we just have Wendy? Because
we have no idea where the Fred singers are. Well,
Okay.
there's one.
Okay.
I'm not sure there is any.
Okay, well, I know I can sing part of the Fred song. I can do it from right in here.
Okay.
You wanna, sure. Fred.
Fred.
Got
That's
it?
right. Very good.
We can all sing. I think
All
we all
right.
know this one, so everybody sing their Fred part.
He once shot a man just for snoring. Got out of bed and he shot him dead. Well, his name was, I didn't know what his name was, so we just called him Fred. He was riding across the desert on a horse to another town, looking for a woman in a nightgown. The horse's name was, I didn't know what his name was, so we just called him Fred. Oh, now Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred. Fred's riding Fred, ha! Well, he got to a town, he met a woman in a nightgown. She was wearing a brown belly brand. Well, her name was, I didn't know what her name was. I got you, didn't I, boys? Listen, let's stop for a second. I didn't know what her, you guys want to try that again? I didn't know what her name was. So
It's like Haywood meets Rodney.
I think I waited a little too long
I
to
think
come
you
in on
did.
the end there. All right, hold on. Well, when we got,
know what her name was.
I didn't know what her name was, so we just called her Fred. There we go. Oh, now Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred. That song was written under the influence of alcohol and a few other things I can't tell you about on the radio. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing the Fred song, you'd be, well, I should state by saying that alcohol has a tendency to make you think things are actually funnier than what they really are. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing this Fred song, you'd be laying on the floor right now laughing your ass off. Saying the same thing I'm saying. Why the hell's he singing the Fred song?
Fred. Okay, do the Freddy.
Boy, that was just in pieces.
To kick us out of here. This bathroom's nice as it can be.
It's got 4 walls. I've puked on 3. Oops, here comes more. I'll use the sink. I'm not as thrunk as you wear my dink. I put that bouncer right in his place. I smacked his elbow with my face. He's lucky that it's closing time. Drunk am is not as you think you I'm. So buy another round. We'll sit right here and drink them down. Get everyone another beer. You'll have to kick us out of
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're
21 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. This room's going to get a lot more handsome in just a second.
I'm already in here.
Oh, thank you, Ace. I acknowledge that. Christy has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Afternoon thunderstorms, high 94.7. Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. Low tonight 73. High tomorrow 87. Currently sunny and 75.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Now let's get to it. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Like I was saying, that the room's going to get a lot more handsome.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
I know, Ace, you're very handsome. Let's see, there's a chick, that's Josh, I'm Tom, but we have these big screen TVs in here. And I look over there and I see on the big screen TV on the left, it's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
And then on the big screen TV on the right, I see the very handsome Al Jackson.
Well, hello there.
Hey, Al. And then through the glass over there, it's the very handsome Willie G, and then the lovely Christy Lee in yet another room.
Hi.
So I know it's radio, you can't see, but there are a lot of us here, and we're happy to be here. Al Jackson, comedian Al, the new album, the new production, the new special is alive and kicking on television right now. Now, where do we see it?
You can go to Amazon Prime and check it out. I appreciate you giving it a shout out. Yeah, taped it at the Vic Theater in Chicago. It was a good time, man.
All right.
Very cool.
And Amazon Prime, and it's free, right?
It is free. What? Like everything. That was one of the things that, like, it seemed like everything was free for a while, and then, like, me and my girl, we watch Married at First Sight, and then when you want to buy a season, it's $24. So yes, this one's free.
And how come if you want to rent a movie, you've got to watch the thing within 24 hours
Right.
or whatever?
Yeah.
That's because you're renting it.
Yes,
you're not
because
buying
there's
it.
a time limit.
You don't.
Yeah, but I mean, if I
You
want to
don't
watch
rent a
part of it,
car
I don't
for-
have time. So I rented The Joker and watched the first 20 minutes, then fell asleep.
Let's talk to Al. Let's not worry about this gripe you have with the Joker.
You fell asleep on the Joker?
He just collapses. You'd be surprised. No, maybe you wouldn't be surprised. The reports we get, Tom's falling asleep in the Starbucks parking lot again. Is he okay? Stuff like that every day.
I'm not going to fall asleep during this segment. Comedian Al Jackson with the great new special on television.
What's it called, Al?
It's called Baby Steps in a Yellow Tuxedo.
Oh.
And that's appropriate that you're wearing a yellow
T-shirt.
tuxedo for those that are watching
This
on
is
YouTube.
my running shirt. I definitely, I have not run today, but this is one of, I feel like if I put it on, I'll shame myself into running. I just hate it. Is anybody a runner? I hate it.
Oh, I used to.
I hate it.
I was on the cross country team, Al.
He was he was a harrier.
A harrier, yes. Although I was a hairless harrier there. Puberty came late to this harrier. Why did I hate that?
Learn of that, Tom. And that, you know what? Actually, today's quiz has a lot to do with what people are into. I went down the kink rabbit hole.
Oh, all right. Yeah, one of the things we discover on this show is you learn about things that you just don't think you'd ever hear. And I can remember the very first time we heard about a man who liked having relations of the most intimate kind with a horse.
Boy.
And it was pre-internet, and someone sent me this newspaper article from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And one of the thing I remember about it was this guy had already been convicted of this, but they caught him again, and he had welded together a device to have the horse hold still.
Mm-hmm.
He had welded together a special trailer
Yeah, he pulled behind and
Yeah, you mean talk about you gotta want it.
Yeah, man.
Hey, what you building, Earl? Oh, just a restraining device for horses so I can have sex with them. Oh, great.
Lord.
So there's
You gotta prime that.
there is a specificity. So I always say when you wake up, just be glad that you're not the guy that has to go look for a tree with just the right knot on it.
That's a tough resell.
Oh.
That's very hard to repackage. Like, does anybody need this? You can use it to straddle a horse and then not really anything else.
Now, Al, am I correct in saying you cut your own hair? It looks good. Or did you have your buddy do it?
My girl cuts my hair, which is that's what this pandemic has done. It's turned a white girl into a black barber.
it's all right.
You're dating a white girl.
But she's a black barber.
Yes,
she is.
I mean, there's
doing pretty good.
There is a great tradition of the black barbershop, and you've talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tom. Whenever this ends, I'm going to take you to a black barbershop, and we're just going to shoot the you know what when we get
That's
there.
so. I'm
That would
jealous
be
of
awesome.
that aspect of black culture. I wish all barbershops were like that. I'd love it.
I would love to see Tom in a
I
black
feel like, aren't there
barbershop.
old white guys that hang out in barbershops? It's not a young white guy thing.
Not anymore. I don't know.
Small towns, maybe.
I mean, they did in the Andy Griffith Show, but not anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're looking good. She's doing a good job. Is she using the clipper thing, or is that done with scissors?
No, using the clippers. Anytime somebody breaks some scissors out, I'm like, oh, you don't know black hair. That's not our thing.
Al, if you actually want to do this thing, my buddy has a black-owned barbershop in the town we're in right now. We could absolutely arrange this and film it there. We could shoot something there. You could go, Dad.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
The
Yeah.
thing is, it would probably be these days. It might be taken the wrong way.
I think anything we do will be.
Now,
but,
Yeah.
Al, I don't know if you can see this, but if we could focus on Josh. Josh, can you take your headphones off?
oh yeah.
I want you to see what Josh is. Josh has not had a haircut since this thing started 3 months ago or whenever it was.
Yeah.
Josh has got. It's kind of it's sort of bozo-like, curly.
Has it ever been that long before?
Man, not since I was a kid.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hair there, but
It's never
Does
been
your
this
girl
long.
like it? Does she run her fingers through it?
She is sort of on the fence with it. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, you know, I like it short and.
Well, usually when somebody has that haircut, they're mixing chemicals. But, I think you can get away with it.
Oh, I don't think it looks good. I think it's insane, but people are kind of. My friends are sort of having fun with it, and so I thought, well,
that's because we like to think of your life as a joke. You're more of a you are to us just kind of
What do you mean?
a side entertainment.
Us and we, Kimosabi. You mean you?
Hey, I want to start with a semi-serious question, Al.
Oh God!
No, this is Chick and I have been kind of arguing about this. As you know, Chick's lifelong Redskins fan. Washington Redskins, the football club, of course. And Chick has, for years and years from the get-go, saying they got to change the name.
Change the name. Come on.
And one of the suggestions that I think is brilliant is to change it. And the quarterback was one of the guys behind this. What's his name again?
Dwayne Haskins.
Buckeyes.
To change it in honor. You know where this is going? The Red Tails.
Yes.
In honor of the Tuskegee Airmen.
I think that's so cool, and it kind of keeps the name, and it keeps like that fighting spirit. I think it's just the Redskins. You have to change your name because you can't have a team name where it's a fireable offense if you were to say it at work.
Yeah, exactly.
That should be just the criteria that if you can't say it in public, if you have to whisper it at a barbecue, probably not a good name.
Al, if you have to look over both shoulders like this before you say it, not a good name.
If you have to say, Tom, come over here, I got to tell you something. That's not good.
But my question is this: I think even there'd be. Everything you can come up with, someone's going to object to, I think, right now.
Well, the leading contender right now is Warriors, but they brought up, well, that's just more or less the same thing. It's not quite as abrasive, but it's
also so not original.
It's still white people dressed up like Indians, and they don't want that to happen.
And it's not the Warriors. There's already a major league.
I like pigskins now. I think I'm starting to like.
You would get the animal rights people all over you.
Pigskins for the hogs.
I mean, there's
80s.
really nothing you can go with that people wouldn't.
We could keep ghost skins, stuff like that.
And can I just say this? I do appreciate that Christy Lee is dressed like a police dispatcher for helicopters.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Doesn't she?
Yes.
I had no
You look
idea.
Adorable.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love your outfit.
It's really cold in this room, so I have to wear a winter coat.
That's because outside, Christy's ovaries would fry. We have cranked up the AC.
Yeah.
Hey, one more semi-controversial, problematic question, Al.
Talk to me.
Now you are featured on the show The Daily Blast, and you guys talk about everything. I don't know if you've seen this story. I probably should have texted you before we started. Did you see the Cardi B thing about about Cardi's most private area?
No, talk to me.
Oh, boy.
And I'm not sure if you could talk about this on TV. I mean,
we get into it a little bit. We might.
Let's talk
about bleaches.
Cardi B did an Instagram thing for her 70 million followers about how she's bleaching her vaginal area. I'll read this exactly as written. So here we go, verbatim, as my mother would have said. I am bleaching my effing cootie cat, she said. I'm in my crib getting my vagina bleached, my underarm bleached, because, sometimes we just quick shave and everything. And it gets the aforementioned vajayjay a little bit dark and everything. First of all, is cootie cat common parlance? I had not heard that.
I haven't heard that, but that's one of those that you can just kind of figure out what she's talking about.
Of course.
I actually want to ask Christy Lee when she says, I've heard about the other
anal bleaching.
Yes, I've heard about that, but why would you get your vagina bleached? Because I'll just, on behalf of all men, our penis has very poor eyesight. It doesn't care.
Well,
that one eye just doesn't see well.
Herman, the one-eyed German. Man, that's funny.
I'm stepping on stones here because I want to be careful, but I don't know anyone who's done this. I don't know a lot of women of color. I don't know if there's a difference.
Apparently, an African American woman emailed me and said that this happens with women of color a lot.
I had no idea. I'd never heard
She does
of it.
weigh in. She does say that she is not going to bleach the backside. She says it in a more precise manner in language I choose not to use in the
But I
interest of the
figure
FCC.
once you're down there, why not bleach both? If you're going for, a tummy tuck, you might as well get your breast done as well. They're already down there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand why you would do it.
We did have a couple of jokes submitted. Josh, would you care to run these by Al Jackson, professional comedian, whose new special is available
on Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime.
Absolutely, yes.
It's about running in a yellow tuxedo.
You know what Cardi B is on a treadmill?
What's that?
Cardio.
Hey.
You can tell your kids that.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah.
He likes it. There you go. There you go.
It's fun for the whole family.
Okay.
If we brought back pubic hair, nobody would have to worry about bleaching.
Yeah, so I'm pro pubic hair.
I know you are.
No, not me.
I know you're not.
Fully opposed. I don't like it on my pizza either.
I really don't like it on my pizza, yeah.
I don't agree with Tom on anything, but I agree on that.
Now, Al, I think we've got to get to our segment here. This is going to involve some knowledge on my part that I probably don't have. Let's go.
Let's get right into it, Tom. I looked up this disgusting stuff, so you're going to have to learn about it.
Oh.
Tom, let's start with a pretty vanilla one. Tom, what is altocalcophilia?
Well, I know it's lower than soprano.
Fear of saxophones.
That's a good one. No, this is like what you're into sexually.
Oh.
Say it again. Alto what?
Altocacophilia.
Altocacophilia.
Okay, I know what coprophilia is.
Mile High Club, airplane? No?
Go with high.
High.
Oh. It's not dirty.
Making love while you're high?
No, something
You mean height?
see-
Like
Yeah, go with that. Something you would see somebody wearing.
Wearing.
You're turned on by top hats.
Still.
Not top hat.
legit.
Little guys that are into real tall
women.
girls. Yeah.
High heels.
High heels. Yes.
There you go.
Say it again.
Altocacophilia.
Wow.
Man.
It really sounds like it's dirty.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like something with feces and a saxophone.
Of course, Tom.
Everything sounds like feces in a saxophone to you,
dear.
okay?
That's the name of my next
Your
album.
favorite thing, horns and poop.
That's Al's new Amazon special, feces and saxophone.
Oh, it's baby steps in a yellow tuxedo.
Oh, that's right. Yes, sir.
Okay, Al,
All right.
try another one.
All right, Tom. Again, this is just weird. This one's not a dirty one. What is xylophilia?
We got xylophone.
Right?
What
We
is
got
that?
zoo.
Xylophilia?
Animals.
Chick kind of said it. Think outside.
Oh,
is it the love of animals?
no, that's zoo something.
The love of making love outdoors?
Think about what people love to see when they're outside. You see a lot of this.
Trees? Is it trees? Banging a tree? What?
Love of wood.
the guy from
he's
that.
not off. It's love of wood.
Wood.
Love of wood.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Really?
We've had those stories.
I
Yeah,
think
guys make holes in the trees. Yeah, we've done this.
I think Norm does this on this old house. He'll make a.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
He'll make a cabinet and go to town.
That's false and slanderous. Norm is not too bad. He's a fine carpenter, and let's move forward here. Okay, we got time for a couple more. What do you got?
All right, Tom. What is allogasmia?
Allogasmia?
Allogasmia.
Oh, so it's not aloe like the stuff that you use for
Aloe
sunburn.
vera? A love of aloe vera plants?
This one, I think everybody in that room has done at some point in their life. I would bet my life savings on it.
So allogasmia is not what you give your girlfriend?
She would say absolutely not.
We've all done it, eh?
Everybody.
Allogasmia.
Yeah, I no idea.
Oh, yeah.
It's really basic. It's just fantasizing about somebody else while you're with somebody.
Oh.
Well, that's a complicated word.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You ever said
spicy.
You ever said the wrong name, Al?
I don't talk a lot. I don't know how people do that. I don't want to have a running dialogue during this. No, I don't. Are there any talkers in that room? I'm not a talker.
Chick, take this one.
I'm not a talker, but I like to hear it. I like a little league game. Come on, babe. Here we go.
Hey, but
Get in there, babe.
Yeah, I like a lot of conversation.
A lot of talk, man. I want to know how I'm doing. I want to know. Oh, yeah.
I see.
Get that receipt, Al.
Now, Al Jackson's special, once again, is available, and it's called Baby Steps in a Yellow Tuxedo on Amazon Prime. It's free for Prime members. You can also watch it on Tubi TV. Is that right?
Yeah, Tubi.
Tubi TV.
You can watch it on Tubi or not Tubi.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Tubi or not Tubi.
Oh, that's a Shakespeare joke, everybody.
That's the Shakespeare channel.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Thank you very much. Brought to you by Etu Brute, the cologne for men who
love Shakespeare.
Who love brute.
We're stuck in the 60s.
Okay, do we have time for one more word, Al? Is this my quiz of the week?
This is your quiz, and this is actually a sentence I need for you to break down. It's all words that we've done before, so don't panic.
Oh boy, I'm gonna got my pencil.
You got
ready.
this, Tom. You're pre-panicking. You got this. All right, so Tom, if I sent you a text and it said, "Bruh, stop leaving me on red. I'm low key sweating this snack. She could be my OTP."
Yikes!
Bruh,
okay.
Stop leaving me on red.
Good luck.
I'm
man.
low key sweating this snack. She could be my OTP.
Is the O and OTP other?
No.
Oh, nuts.
Well, let's just break it down. What does? Okay, you know what, bruh means?
Yeah, bruh means yes,
buddy.
It means my friend.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
My friend.
What does "stop leaving me on red" mean?
Red would be bad, right? You're leaving me stuck here like I'm at a red light. No.
Think about phone. Think about text messages.
READ red.
Oh, that means return the text. You're still reading. Okay.
Okay, I'm low key sweating. What does low key mean?
I'm not sweating a lot. Sweating a little.
Secretly.
Yeah, definitely on the low. Secretly.
Yeah. Oh, I'm secretly sweating.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my cool on, but I'm low key.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
Low key sweating this snack with 2 C's. Now, what's a snack, Tom?
SNACC.
Yes.
Like that's gonna help him get it. Yeah.
I think that's some sort of a collegiate basketball, the SNACC. What is that? Gee.
Wasn't Stokely Carmichael the head of SNCC?
Stokely Vegetables.
Okay, yeah, the SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee.
Oh, my God.
You can 60 reference anything.
Thank you.
It's
You're
amazing.
welcome. Yeah, they're welcome. No, what does that mean, snack?
It means just a cute person, like a good, like, oh, Christy Lee in that vest. She's looking like a snack over there, girl.
Ah, thank you, dear.
And then she
Yeah.
could be my OTP. Isn't that a song? OTP.
OPP.
Oh, that's OPP.
Yeah, you know me.
Okay, that's a song about having to go to the potty.
No, it's other people's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
P word, yeah.
Okay. Yikes. I don't know. Do you know what this is, Al? Excuse me. I'm sorry, Josh.
That's Josh.
So it's which part?
OTP.
The OTP. I do not remember what OTP is.
Well, okay, it's kind of romantic. Willie, do you know you're young?
I have no idea. I'm trying to think of it.
Is the P a word you can say on the radio?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, okay.
It would be something you could say in like a K Jewelers ad.
Oh,
really?
She could be my one and only. No,
Princess?
Person?
Somebody's got the first word.
One time.
No.
One true.
One true person.
son.
One true
Pairing.
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 I was.
One true pairing.
You were way off.
I had the PUSS.
Yeah, you were
And I ran out of letters. Al, we got to run. Once again, Al Jackson, Baby Steps in a Yellow Tuxedo, Amazon Prime. Check it out right now.
Can't wait to watch it.
And Al
Love you
Jackson
guys.
is
Love
the
you.
best. Daily Blast is where you'll find him. Thanks, Al.
See you, Al.
Bye,
Thanks,
Al.
Right now, we're going to go Navy because the Navy Federal Credit Union is where you'll find Josh and Christy.
Yeah.
Both, they are the son and the daughter of
veterans.
United States Army veterans.
Right.
However,
But we're members, and did you know members earn and save more a year, on average, $289 more just by banking with Navy Federal Credit Union? And here's how.
Well,
Josh?
members can choose products with low or no fees, like one of our free checking accounts. Navy Federal Credit Union's average credit card APR is 3% lower than the industry average, and members earn up to 2 times more than with a Navy Federal savings account, thanks to savings rates that are twice the industry average.
Navy Federal also helps members save on their next new or used auto loan with a great low rate. So whether it's your first car or your dream car, Navy Federal's there to guide you into finding a comfortable monthly payment you can afford. Plus, they have military discounts. Apply online or via their mobile app. When you're a Navy Federal member, the more you're in, the more you win.
That's right, Christy. I'll do this last part since this will be the last time I'll be asked to do any Navy Federal.
Well, first, to learn about all the ways to earn and save, visit NavyFederal.org.
Insured by NCUA, dollar value based on 2018 study by Navy Federal. Message and data rates may apply. Visit NavyFederal.org for more information.
There you go.
Very nice.
I think I redeemed myself with
no,
that.
I don't think so. This is why your dad joined the Army. Navy Federal. They respect all military, not just the Navy. Thank you
They're
very
great.
much. When we come back, we have Baby Yoda in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, we've got social media out there, Bob and Tom's Instagram, Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Make sure you check those out. Just head on over to bobandtom.com for quick links to all of Bob and Tom's social media sites. We hope you're having a great Thursday morning. It's July 9th. We're with you here live in studio. Willie Griswold sitting in as a special correspondent, and Al Jackson from Denver, Colorado, as we continue on right here. Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update as Major League Baseball cautiously tiptoes closer towards beginning its delayed 2020 season. Several teams welcome back players who might have been exposed to the coronavirus. San Francisco Giants resume workouts Wednesday after finally receiving the results of COVID-19 tests administered over the weekend. Red Sox third baseman Rafael Devers worked out at Fenway Park for the first time since Boston opened its summer camp. Also, Rangers first baseman Ronald Guzman was on the field after missing the first 5 days of workouts. In Cleveland, outfielder Franmil Reyes was cleared to return after being isolated for attending a party over the July 4th weekend. The offseason renovations at Dodger Stadium have hitters adjusting to a new backdrop in center field. First baseman Max Muncy was hit by a pitch on his left ring finger during an intra-squad game and says he couldn't see the ball coming. The black tarp that served as the backdrop in center is gone, replaced by a new center field plaza. Muncy expected to be ready by opening day July 23rd, but manager Dave Roberts says it's unsettling that a hitter couldn't see the ball because of the background. You think they'd have thought about that. 3 PGA Tour players who have tested positive for the coronavirus but are no longer symptomatic will play together at the Workday Charity Open. The tour announced the change Wednesday in the latest revision of its COVID-19 policies. Nick Watney will play alongside Dylan Frediletti and Denny McCarthy during the first 2 rounds at Muirfield Village in Dublin, Ohio. Watney, the first tour player to test positive and reported just mild symptoms. The tour said all 3 players continue to test positive for the virus but have met the Centers for Disease Control guidelines for return to work. Players in those circumstances will either be grouped together or play as singles. That's a quick look at your sports update. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Professional leader Joey Chestnut beat his own record last weekend by eating 75 hot dogs, or as Josh calls it, breakfast. Speaking of records, last year at this time, nearly 200 people in the UK stripped naked and rode a roller coaster to set a new world record. Participants were asked to keep their arms, legs, and genitalia inside the ride at all times.
Sure.
2 big-breasted women who insisted on having the front seat were told to, "Go ahead, ladies, knock yourselves out."
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Oh, yeah.
And the announcer for the Super Friends, dead on too, by the way. I don't know who that guy was.
Yeah, he was the guy who was after Ted Knight. Ted Knight.
849 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Who was that other guy? Well, that was a mellifluous
handsome guy, didn't he?
display. I hope you're paying attention. There's some serious cash at stake, and you could be a very serious winner. Did I say winter?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Okay.
Don't fall for nothing. What?
Hey, okay, everybody.
Yes?
Let's retape the show, okay? We'll start over. Oh, no, we won't. What's happening? Today is the 9th of July, 2020. The confusion continues, but we're here. We're happy to be here, too.
Yes.
And let's see. There's Ace. There's Josh. There's Chick. I'm Tom. A lot of glass booths around here.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at a phone booth storage factory. I saw a payphone yesterday for the first time in
Where the heck
years.
at?
Yeah, it was.
I shouldn't end a sentence with a preposition.
I was
Where did you see it,
I was
Tom?
stunned. It was next to a gas station.
Wow.
Some guy pulls up talking on the phone, gets out of the car, walks over to the payphone. I'm thinking, well, it's either a drug dealer or a mistress. I don't know what's going on here. I hadn't seen a payphone in ages. I didn't know they still had them out there. What do you put in them now? $1? How much are they?
I don't have any idea.
Let's see. Through the glass over there, it's Willie G. Hey, Willie.
Hey.
It's good to see you, sir. And then we have Mr. Pat Godwin.
Hello.
And his keyboard and guitar. So there's a bunch of home runs lately, Pat.
That was fun today.
Yeah, well, let's get another song out of you before the show's over. In the meantime, we have to check in with the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom and Christy Lee.
An Australian man fended off a deadly snake attack while driving along the highway.
Have you seen this?
According to police in Queensland, the 27-year-old man, identified as Jimmy, said he was driving on the Dawson Highway last month when a highly poisonous brown snake began slithering up his leg.
Hello.
He said, the more I moved my legs, it just started to wrap around me. Its head just started to striking at the driver's seat chair between my legs.
No.
Jimmy used a seatbelt and a work knife to fight off the snake, all while trying to stop the car, but ultimately decided to try to kill the snake and take it with him to the hospital in case he'd been bitten.
Right.
He was stopped by a police officer for speeding 76 miles per hour before the officer realized the nature of the situation and called paramedics. Medical responders determined Jimmy had not been bitten by the eastern brown, one of the deadliest snakes in the world.
Let's take a look at this.
Jimmy said it was pretty terrifying. I've never been so happy to see red and blue lights in my life. Wow.
Yeah, it's one of the deadliest out there. That is, these stories from Australia, they have a lot of really scary animals.
They sure do. Yeah.
Venomous ducks, all sorts of
ton
things.
of venomous things. Yeah, this thing's frightening.
So the police, then he got out of the car. The police didn't say, follow me to the hospital. That old thing.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Oh, you mean you keep a dead bee in?
Yeah. Do you keep a dead snake in the car? Australia, it's the equivalent of what is it? The mannequin if you're in the carpool lane. I've got a dead snake here. As you can see, it's a terrifying poisonous brown snake. All these things in Australia, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
And it's usually shark attacks or deadly snakes. But what else is happening down under? Anything?
Down under? I don't know if I have anything down under, but I do have another
of course.
animal story.
Is she talking about her down under? What
She
the hell
is, yeah.
going on?
Again?
According to Facebook, Michigan residents are being warned about an alligator on the loose.
Huh?
Yeah, police in Michigan telling residents an alligator's on the loose in Clinton Township, but it's not really a big one.
I did not see that.
Okay,
alligator.
check this out. It's nearly it's a 1 foot long gator.
Come on.
It escaped from its home. Authorities urged residents.
This made the international newswire. What a shoebox.
Not to approach the reptile and instead call animal control or the police department if they spot the animal. This is a baby gator. I mean, a foot?
Oh, baby gator, 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 gator.
Shouldn't they just be warning area hamsters?
Yeah.
Where
I
is
don't
this
even
in-
think a baby gator could eat a hamster.
Where in Michigan is this again? Sorry.
Clinton Township, wherever they're at. I don't know.
Don't you
where that
remember,
is.
Chick?
I did not see that gator.
You know one of the differences between alligators and crocodiles?
What?
Is that crocodiles actually prefer the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. That's where they hang out.
Oh, really? I see. They're
No,
Upers.
they're Upers.
Yeah,
Gotta take the Mackinac Bridge.
That's the reason this is making news. It's in Michigan, the most
course.
important state.
Yeah.
I got a alligator story for you, Christy. This one's scarier. This is
Oh, you're going to top it, huh? Okay.
Headline: Alligator missing 2 limbs on doorstep.
What?
A family in Florida found an alligator missing 2 limbs on their doorstep in a post entitled "Croc Encounters" on Facebook.
I'm guessing they were legs.
Yeah,
they
I would
received
guess.
the emergency call.
Not from the sycamore tree out front.
Good point. Now, this gets a little scarier.
Okay.
The 9-foot alligator
Yeah, now that's something.
refused to leave the porch of the home.
Yeah, he couldn't. He couldn't walk.
The reptile smashed everything in sight. Croc encounters said the alligator was missing 2 limbs as a result, probably of getting into a fight with another alligator.
It's mating season.
The reptile will be homed at the Wildlife Center's facility.
Poor little guy.
It'll be homed.
So he's a 2-legged alligator. I wonder which two.
Is he going to get one of those little alligator wheelchairs? That could be kind of cute.
Yeah.
It could be very cute.
Like
I
a
would
frog
ass-
wheelchair? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know which
How
two.
did it knock?
Tail. He used his tail. Come on. Don't be ridiculous.
Sorry, I'm just asking.
Like a carp.
He's not uncivilized. This is alligator. He's not some crocodile. He uses the doorbell. Okay?
All right.
I am a
So that's
gentleman
but
alligator.
once again, a 1-foot-long alligator. Be on the lookout in Michigan.
Woo. You might step over that and never notice it. A fossil found in Madagascar has revealed
Just give us the teaser.
That's enough right there.
something
Revealed.
very interesting.
Bunch of stupid.
No, this is the best dinosaur story you've heard in ages.
I didn't say.
Better than Jurassic Park.
I
Yes.
didn't even say it was a dinosaur. That was part of the tease.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Remind me not to give you the codes, okay? Good Lord. What a blabbermouth you are.
All right, I'm going to give you Chick's number, but I'm not going to give you the last number. Just remember, it's between 5 and 7. Okay. 3. Oh, not now? Okay, we'll do it when we get back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
Mark Allison here with you on a Friday morning. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Every dollar spent in BobandTomStore.com for the foreseeable future goes directly to Feeding America. Buy now and buy often. Get yourself a hat. Help to feed America. Buy yourself a sweatshirt or a T-shirt. You're helping to feed America. That's right. Every dollar spent at BobandTomStore.com goes directly to Feeding America. So if you have a Bob and Tom fan in your life, feel good about it. You're helping to feed America when you buy stuff from BobandTomStore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The Supreme Court is expected to rule today on whether Congress and the Manhattan District Attorney can see President Donald Trump's taxes and other financial records that the president has fought hard to keep private. The high-stakes dispute tests the balance of power between the White House and Congress, as well as Trump's claim he cannot be investigated while he holds office. Speaking of the president, he's threatening to withhold federal money if schools don't reopen in the fall, and he says the guidelines his own federal health officials have created for schools to reopen are too impractical and expensive. Shortly after Trump tweeted that the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's guidelines were very tough and expensive, Vice President Mike Pence announced the agency plans to release additional school guidance next week. And it's been a clothier of choice for just about every U.S. president, an iconic brand for more than 200 years. But now Brooks Brothers has become the latest major retailer in the country to be toppled by the coronavirus pandemic. The clothing maker has filed for bankruptcy protection, with many of their stores closed and most businesses and people working from home. Sales of suits have tanked under the restructuring plan, Aimed at saving the company, Brooks Brothers will permanently close more than a quarter of its 200 stores. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Who talks like that? Oh, this is Kennedy.
To my untutored eye.
Charles Collinwood. You want to hear him again? Here we go.
Tell me about the silverware and china, Mrs. Kennedy.
It's not silver, it's all gold or vermeil.
Excuse the hell out of me.
Yeah, well, Jack's cheating on you.
Yes, I know.
Cronkite gets to do the walk on the moon. I'm stuck here talking to you. Tell me about this wooden spoon, you bitch.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Today is every Monday, a morning college lecture. Taking notes on Socrates and other useless crap. From Kierkegaard to Nietzsche and all those stupid douchebags who couldn't find their asses with a flashlight and a map. I've heard it all before. I failed this class last year. I know exactly what this lecture needs. A wet t-shirt contest with the girls from Master Beta, the Kappas and the Thetas, and that redhead in my row. We'll spray them with cold water, they'll jiggle and read Plato. I'll cheer them on as Aristotle Jr. starts to grow. That's when I wake up. Monday mornings suck. Monday mornings really suck. It's another Monday morning, our weekly office meeting. I'm very much hungover and this room is really bright. My dumbass boss starts talking.
At Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. A quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Well, we'll have afternoon thunderstorms pop up today. High 94.7. Scattered showers and thunderstorms again tonight and tomorrow. The low tonight 73. High tomorrow a little bit cooler, 87. 76 now.
Would it be cool to be winning some cash? And you can win some serious money. So just pay close attention. It could be happening again soon. Throughout the day, in fact, up till about, 10 o'clock tonight? So just listen for your shot at some serious money. Speaking of serious, Josh Arnold's here with us.
Exactly. And speaking of serious money, UFC 251 this Saturday night. Whoa. There's no better place to bet the action than on FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sports betting site for a reason. Their app is simple. It's easy to find the bet you want and lock it in. Right now, FanDuel is giving new users exclusive 25-1 odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251. Bet $5 for a chance to win $125. Unlike other sports books, once you win, FanDuel gets you your cash in as little as 24 hours. Create your free FanDuel Sportsbook account. Check out the app for yourself. Use my promo code WFBQ to claim your exclusive 25-1 odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251. That's promo code WFBQ. Must be 21 and present in Indiana. New users only. Maximum bonus $125. Minimum $10 first deposit required. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
Almost. Very close. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah.
You were fine.
There are some who say if you had gotten to me sooner, I may have.
Oh, yeah. I feel your pain, brother.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. There's Josh.
Hi.
You're doing okay, Josh.
Josh, you're doing a great job. Don't listen to him.
I just said he's doing okay. He's doing a nice job.
All right.
Chick McGee is doing a tremendous job.
Jesus.
Yeah. Ace, once again, a stellar joke. Great touch on the controls over there. Ace Cosby, of course, our engineer, the man, the legend.
Many beautiful, great.
Another set of home runs there for Pat Godwin, joining us via electronic screen camera stuff. And then we have Christy Lee in her little glass cage over there. Hello.
Yes, it's a cage.
Lady in a cage.
Yes. Now
Actually,
I'm a sideshow attraction.
The smaller cage is, of course, Willie G.
Dad, you're doing just fine today. Just
Thank
fine.
you very much. Thanks, Willie. You'll get to eat dinner tonight.
Way to go, Dad.
Now, we just had a story out of Clinton County, Michigan.
That's right.
And I believe, I'm not sure if it incorporates Lansing, but we're sort of dead in the middle of the mitt, the paw that is lower Michigan.
Right.
And the story was not all that impressive, really. There's been a press release from the cops that there's a 1 foot long alligator.
Made national news.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
1
Why are we
foot.
talking about it?
And I found this story when I Googled alligator and hit the news column.
Right.
Alligator in Florida missing 2 limbs. Found in the doorstep a 9-foot alligator.
Does it say which legs it's missing, front or back?
It doesn't.
One on the maybe it's one front, one back, and he leans to the left.
It could be the passenger side and the back left. Who knows?
yeah.
I bet he's walking in a circle if it's on both sides. He's missing a.
Does a tail count as a limb?
No, I'm trying to see if there's.
Can't
any
they
more.
stand on their tail?
They can. They can stand on their tail and then they kick their legs.
That's right.
And they play the saber march or whatever.
If you hear this,
Like a rocket thing.
if you hear this in the swamp, you better get out of there. Quick.
Did you know alligators honestly can jump on their tails like pogo sticks?
Can they really?
Oh yeah, they can go about 25 miles per hour.
Because their heads are made out of
Complete
rubber
lie.
and their bodies are made out of springs. That's why alligators can do that.
Josh, I was about to make that same joke. I love that.
Now, Willie described the difference between an alligator and a crocodile, which is significant. Of course, the difference is one you'll see after a while, the other you'll see later.
That's correct. Yeah,
I think we all,
One of the
I think we all know that.
Walligator, hey, walligator.
So this
you-
alligator, and this is an alligator, not a croc. It just says that it just has 2 limbs missing, so it still has 2 limbs. So technically, it's still armed and dangerous.
sure. Yeah.
Wow. Right now,
Can I? I'd like to point out a joke that went unheralded last break by Mr. Pat Godwin.
Yes.
When discussing the 1 foot alligator in Michigan, Pat asked, "Was it in a shoebox?" That is a fine joke.
And none of
An
us heard
alligator
it.
shoe. It could be.
Alligator
Yeah.
I did
yeah.
not hear it.
A
So.
size 12.
I believe we call that a smiler.
I had a lot of smilers last week.
Rather than a knee slapper, that's kind of
Right.
if my 7-year-old told that, I'd go, oh, that's so funny.
that's
Yeah,
cute.
so
I think it's
sweet.
cute.
The joke didn't work great, but next week his parody version of Smooth Operator, Small Alligator should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Could do that, yeah.
Didn't we already do that?
Horny
5 times.
alligator.
5 times.
5 times.
Horny alligator. Okay.
Horny alligator.
Well, speaking of horny, you mentioned Clinton County, of course, named after Bill Clinton.
Is there any impression Chick can't do?
William
No, he's
Jefferson.
really
Man,
good.
is he
It's
good?
very
Yeah.
good.
William Jefferson Clinton. I did not touch her boob.
That's what he said.
Yep, that's
Let's hear your Richard Nixon.
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Isn't that your
that's my Rip Torn.
that's your
That's
report?
also good.
Yeah,
Salty dog.
Why were we bringing up Bill Clinton again?
Because of Clinton County, Michigan.
Oh,
That's all.
And
It's the weakest of all connections. Don't get me wrong.
yes, Christy, this is called Segue by a Thread.
okay. Because I'm sitting here going, where's he going with this?
You'll find out.
Chick, do your Martin Luther King Jr. impression. I dare you.
Please don't. I have a
Tom, you
mortgage.
said you had something over there to play. Is that right?
Yeah, I thought, I mean, our show's we've already had a Stokely Carmichael very valid reference on
Yeah,
the show.
sure.
The vegetable
Who's
baron.
Stokely Carmichael?
He was the head of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee.
Of course.
And when Al said SNCC, that's what I thought of.
I thought he wrote Stardust.
Yeah, me too.
No, that was
Hoagie Carmichael.
Oh, that sounds
was his
delicious.
brother, Hoagie
Although I'd much
Carmichael.
rather eat a hoagie than a Stokely.
Those were the kids,
I
Hoagie and
guess so.
Stokely. And their mom, Lucy. And
Hoagie would fill in for Stokely every now and again. He was the sub.
people know this.
That's a fine joke.
That's a beautiful joke. Ladies
Laser
and
sharp.
gentlemen.
Yes.
Tom's just staring at
yet,
Yes.
and yet offensive to some. What? I think.
He may have been the sub, but the other was the hero.
And a tag.
Well, no, Hoagie would be the sub and the hero. Stokely's not.
Don't look too much into it,
Stokely's not
Chick.
a sandwich.
Chick, we're just having fun. It's the morning, brother.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right.
Go over
He's
here.
right.
Why don't you go back to one of your cute little impressions?
He's right.
Do your
He's right.
FDR.
We're just having fun here.
Do FDR calling his dog.
Here, fella.
I didn't know FDR had a tracheotomy.
Come on, fella. There toward the end, he had trouble speaking.
Yeah, the radio talks.
Remember Asta?
Who's Asta?
That's his other dog.
Asta and Fala?
Mm-hmm. The dog.
Asta was someone else's dog. No,
it was. You want me to remember it because you can't.
No, he knows who it is.
No, he
doesn't.
No,
He
it
doesn't
was
all
just
the
in a
time.
crossword puzzle last week.
Oh, okay.
So what did it say?
Here's the point. The point is,
What did it say? Don't move on. No, what did it say? You can't remember the
He doesn't
Thin
know.
Man. You can't remember William Powell and the Thin Man to save your ass. That was their dog.
It wasn't Dashiell Hammett and
Push the button.
No. So the point is, this really got lost in the shuffle in the last few months. There's been so much news, and there's about 3 stories that are being covered, and then that's about it. So everything else is kind of going away. I thought this would get a lot more traction. But
The alligator?
No, when Mrs. Clinton released her book, there were some revelations about Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, that's right.
And
yeah.
it got about like 1 weekend worth of oh my goshes, and then it kind of disappeared with everything else going on.
Monica was trending yesterday on Twitter. Yeah, she replied to a tweet. I'm paraphrasing. Somebody had put something up about how we do stupid things when we're in our younger years, and she went, that's all she put on her tweet.
Funny.
It was very funny.
It was very funny.
She's pretty self-aware, has a very funny Twitter.
And she's doing terrific work,
Yeah.
anti-bullying and
Yeah,
stuff like
she's
that.
Well,
great.
good for him. But that led to, since Clinton County, once again named after Bill Clinton, and please write the show, dear dumbasses. It's not named after Bill Clinton. We know. In the wake of that book, Bill Clinton himself came out and had some interesting stuff to say.
Hello, America. This is former President Bill Clinton. In the just-released documentary about my wife, Hillary, I explained the reason I had an affair with Monica Lewinsky. I was under a great deal of stress at that time, and I needed to relieve the tension I was feeling. And I got to tell you, it really worked. That's why I want to share this fantastic method to help you relieve the tension in your life. It's a simple, all-natural solution that brings instant relief. The scientific name is Homeopathic Ejaculatory Anxiety Discharge. HEAD. HEAD for short. HEAD relaxes you and clears your mind, similar to yoga or meditation, but it blows them away. Anyway, when I'm stressed out, feeling grumpy and irritable, all I need is a little head to put a smile back on my face. And I like head because it's convenient. You can get head almost anywhere. At the office, a hotel room, in your car, or in the parking lot at that truck stop out by the interstate. Yeah. Most places, except for at home. Don't even bother asking. Hillary thinks it's gross. So anyway, don't walk around feeling blue. Try some head today. I love it so much, I bought the company. I keep moving from one head job to another.
Bill, who are you talking to?
Uh-oh, I gotta go.
Thank you, Mr. President. Once again, the documentary about Hillary that featured that interview with Bill. Thank you very much. Now, Christy Lee, you promised
Tom
dinosaur
Griswold.
news. Dinosaur news.
Yeah, a fossil found in Madagascar has revealed a tiny dinosaur that was smaller than a cell phone. A study published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences says the Congonaphan Kelly measured a little under 4 inches tall. With a diet that was likely insect-based, the dinosaur's name means tiny bug slayer. Scientists determined that the fossil, which dates from 237 million years ago, was likely an adult due to the growth rings in its bones. Christian Kammerer, a paleontology researcher at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, mused that the creature would probably make a great pet.
So it's I guess it predates the big dinosaurs. At first, they thought it was a baby. I mean, how cool would that be?
Yeah, a little tiny dinosaur.
Little dinosaur.
Fit in your pocket.
What struck me as
Maybe
being
it was
interesting
just
was
a turtle or something.
they compared it to
Yes.
a cell phone. That's kind of like the new go-to.
Yeah,
You know,
a lot of people. Yeah, everybody knows the size of a cell
Is
phone.
it bigger than a loaf of bread? No, the
Right.
go-to is the cell phone.
Yeah.
So that's the new.
Bigger than a bread box, not a loaf of bread.
Is it? Well, bread box is bigger than the loaf of bread.
Nobody has
You
a
would hope
bread
so,
box
yeah.
anymore.
loaf of bread
different-
wouldn't fit in the
you
bread
got different
box.
size.
No one has a bread box.
And no one is really in that much in awe of sliced bread, and yet And this
We
is the
celebrated it.
greatest thing
Yes.
since sliced bread. You mean the polio vaccine didn't bump sliced bread out?
I bet your house, because my old farmhouse that I live in has a bread drawer. Did you have one when you were growing up in Cleveland?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we had a milk chute.
Oh, did you?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
A milk chute.
The old milk chute, huh?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, we have a
give a
bread
tour
drawer.
in the milk chute.
A milk chute was a door about about a foot and a half by a foot and a half, and then it opened on both the inside and the outside.
So the milkman could put it in there, and
Yeah.
you didn't have to have a milk box.
You didn't have to worry about neighborhood cats.
There was a coal chute. A coal
Mm-hmm.
chute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the best story, of course, if you've ever lived in a place that had oil heat, back in the day, in your basement, you would have the big oil tank would be in the basement, and there was a special valve that the truck would come up and
On the side of the house.
And fill it with oil. And the best story ever is the guy. This was in Michigan that he changed over from oil to natural gas when they put the natural gas in. But rather than paying a professional to have the job done, he took it upon himself to cut up the tank and to pieces and then get it out of his basement. But he neglected to get rid of the valve on the outside, and he neglected to tell the oil company that he had done that.
Oh, boy.
And when they came by and the guy hooked up the thing and the basement filled with a couple feet of oil before they realized there was a problem. And they,
That's so bad.
they tore the house down.
Yeah.
Tom felt really bad for him once he stopped laughing.
Yeah. But the better one was the Porcupine House. They built this beautiful house right on Lake Michigan, just right there.
This sounds like a really bad haunted house.
Overlooking Little Traverse Bay. Beautiful house. Right there in the woods. And
in Michigan.
They came back in the spring, and the all of the siding in the house had been eaten about, I don't know, 4.5 feet up.
Huh.
And they couldn't figure out what it was, and they realized it was some exotic combination of the wood and the stain they had put on it. It was very appealing to the porcupine population of the area, and they'd eaten it all.
Wow.
It now has metal siding, just so you know. A couple of homeowner tips, just in case the S hasn't hit the fan at your place. I did read that homeowner home maintenance projects are up by more than a third.
Try to buy treated lumber right now.
Yeah, everyone's doing their fixing up right
now.
Yeah,
I like it. I like doing that stuff.
Oh, yeah,
but I'm a new homeowner, so it's sort of new to me, and I'm learning, and I enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, I know all the cheap paintbrushes are gone.
They are?
Yeah. I went to go, you've got to buy the really good ones because everyone else is buying the cheap ones right now.
Was that a joke? What
No,
was
it's
that?
true.
What the hell just happened?
No, I went
He's
to
just freely associated.
I went to two different places, and they only had the really high quality paintbrushes. Everybody's painting, and they were using all the. I like to buy the cheap ones and throw them away.
Yeah.
You know, because as you know, I'm staining the girls' swing set right now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've been doing it for a month. It's a slow process.
If you guys want jokes, we've been doing Cardi B jokes.
Yeah, we'll get this.
We have more coming
get
up.
This lecture out of the way here.
Coming
We'll
up,
be
we've
back
got
in a
Baby
minute.
Yoda. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, the Bob and Tom app available in the iTunes and Google.
This is one of my favorite tunes, by the way.
Tom's going to do one of his big hits.
Oh yeah, it is actually. It's
a huge hit.
One of the better ones. Yeah, all set over there, Tom.
I beg your pardon. Who are you speaking to?
Oh,
it's that strange European accent that
Yes,
you can't
indeed.
quite place.
Yes, hello.
I'm sorry, your name, sir?
Bonjour.
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 Good morning, Mr. Bonjour.
Oh, that's very funny.
Oh, yeah, we said.
You must be the chick, the funny one. Yes. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, we didn't catch your name.
I haven't thought of one yet.
I see.
It's Peter Merritt, isn't it? Or
I think it is Peter Merritt.
Peter Merritt.
something
Yes.
like that?
Yes. That would be very funny.
He's the crappy artist, isn't he?
Dick Merritt? Yeah.
Ricardo Merritt. Yes.
Ricardo Merritt.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, darling. I hate to interrupt you, but there's something I must tell you. I will sing for you now. In a minute.
Let it come around.
I will sing after the band comes around.
It's the band's fault.
If you find yourself in Holland, they'll say to you, how yaman? In France, they'll say, fermez la gueule. In Athens, you'll hear scarmont. In Berlin, it's Helden Sie die Schnauze! In Jakarta, it's simply bon com. Let me translate for you, darling. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Coming around again.
Has there ever been a topic on which you don't expound? Has there ever been a moment when your mouth wasn't making a sound? Have you ever had the feeling that you might have said enough? I am begging you, my darling, shut up, shut up, shut up. Day or night, it does not matter. You still want to shoot the breeze. When I hear your constant chatter, I'm thinking, someone shoot me, please! Maestro! Now we are in the bedroom, so comfortably inclined. But the only intercourse we're having is the conversational kind. There's just one way to stop you from blabbering so much. Say hello to Mr. Johnson and shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Bravo.
Fermez la douche.
Yes.
Bonjour.
Laird Chevalier. Laird Chevalier.
Uh-huh. Maurice Chevalieris. Thank you. Maurice Chevalieris is the name of that character.
.22 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee's got an update in the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Afternoon thunderstorms popping up, high 94.7. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms, low 73, and then variable cloudiness with scattered storms tomorrow. Cooler, high 87. 76 right now.
Thank you very much, Christy. Be listening throughout the day for your shot at some serious money on Q95. That could be your $1,000, so pay close attention, please. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Got a windbag letter coming up. This is Tom speaking. There's Chick McGee. That's Josh. That's Ace. There's Willie. There's Christy.
Hi.
And there's Pat Godwin. We're all here. Happy to be here on this, the 9th of July, 2020, as the confusion continues. The 1 foot long alligator.
Yes.
Apparently, it's in Clinton Township, Michigan.
Yes.
Not Clinton County, Michigan. Two different places I've been informed by the new vice president of the Junior Windbag Society.
Well,
Mark.
I was going to correct you, but I didn't want you to yell at me, so I just let you go.
I just heard Clinton. That's all I could think of.
I
county.
know.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness we got that squared away.
It was in the story
Township.
if you were paying attention.
Clinton. Sorry, forgot the end there for a second. We have Christy Lee with more news at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
General Mills has released Baby Yoda cereal.
Oh.
Beginning late July, the sweetened corn puff cereal featuring Baby Yoda marshmallows will be available at Sam's Club for $5.98.
Enough.
It will become available at Walmart in August.
It's too cute to eat.
This is the only official food based on the popular character from Star Wars. General Mills had posted a photo of the cereal box to come on Star Wars Day in May with the caption.
General Mills? Is he the?
Yeah, he was one of the Imperial generals.
Clone Wars.
Right, yeah.
You'll recall General Mills posted a photo of the cereal box to come on Star Wars Day in May with the caption, "May the 4th be with you, coming to a cereal aisle near you later this summer." They are doing it.
Try it.
Did any of you guys watch Mandalorian?
No.
No, I haven't.
It's got cameos from Bill Burr and Amy Sedaris, who are great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're great in it. Amy Sedaris holds Baby Yoda at one part of it.
Huh. That doesn't sound distracting at all.
Oh, I see we're being critical.
Sometimes cameos are just so distracting. What the hell's Bill Burr doing in a Star Wars
Ed
film?
Sheeran in Game of Thrones?
When you were watching Mandalorian, I bet you know the only thing missing is a cereal. If I had a cereal to eat, well, I would really enjoy this show.
Is it going to turn? Are they baby green Yodas? What do they look like?
Probably green.
Probably lime flavored.
Yeah. Turn your milk green.
The cameo in Silence of the Lambs, where they get in the elevator.
Yeah.
See, to me, that was way more of an obscure cameo.
And it was before
95% of the audience had any.
Nobody.
I have no idea what you're talking
clue.
about.
Chris Isaac, right?
Chris Isaac, the singer, is one of the attendants in the elevator.
Chris Isaac.
Why is he there?
That's a good question. Why did they go with him as
buddies with the director or something? I agree. That can be really distracting.
Yeah,
one that makes me furious that's pretty connected to this, because Jon Favreau did Mandalorian. Jon Favreau is in the second season of The Sopranos. There's just this weird script where this guy Christopher, he's in The Sopranos. He is a mafia member. He just gets invited to set with Jon Favreau one day, and they just spend. There's an episode of Sopranos where they're at a movie set, and Janine Garofalo and Jon Favreau are playing themselves. It makes no sense. It is so distracting. Sorry, that took way too long, and I'm yelling now.
And
Sorry
wait
about
a minute,
That's
you're the one
absolutely
who
true.
wanted the coffee table book of cameos.
I didn't say they weren't distracting, but I think it'd be a great book.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Okay.
But it can be really distracting.
It usually reminds you you're watching a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
When you get really sucked into the movie and then,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
Well, there's Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when they put a 555 phone number, you go, oh.
Yeah.
They couldn't figure this out.
Aaron Sorkin has a cameo in a movie he wrote. He puts himself in The Social Network. I hate it.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan does that a lot. Tarantino will do it.
If you've watched Hamilton, there's a place where he kind of breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Oh, the Tomcat thing? Yeah.
Where? What's the name of the cat?
It's talking about how Martha Washington named her cat a feral cat after Alexander Hamilton because he was into ladies so much. And then he goes, that's true.
And then Lin-Manuel leans over and goes, that's true. Like he's saying to the audience, I didn't make that up.
I like that.
Yeah.
No, I think it's cool. It's great. Yeah,
I thought you were going to, because we're talking about writers appearing in their own productions. They're going, Lin-Manuel has a big cameo in Hamilton.
Has he ever? That's quite the cameo.
Oh, he's so good in it.
Cardi B is an actress in the movie Hustlers and stuff like that. And we've had many jokes about her this morning.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we
Well,
have.
once again, because she's what's the word? Bleaching her vaginal area.
Yeah.
Very publicly.
Yeah, Willie suggested she's bleaching her Cardi V, but not her Cardi B because she's not doing the backside. And then we found out Cardi B on a treadmill, of course, is cardio.
Right.
And many other things. Well, what would Cardi B... what would Cardi B be if she were a pirate?
Oh,
I got this one.
Yes, Pat.
You want me to do it? Or
Yeah,
you want to do it?
Yeah.
Cardi R.
No, it's exactly
Cardi B.
Now, this I came up with. This is for the loyal listeners to this show.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm going to need a little help from Tom.
Yeah. Okay, is this obscure?
Cardi B originally went by Da Cardi B. Do you know why she was called Da Cardi B?
Oh, yes, I do. But you tell it. You tell it.
Because she was near Da Cardi C.
It's a Deland. It's a Deland joke.
Yes.
That's right. Yes.
wow.
Okay.
Okay, you have to really listen. I almost missed it. And I'm right here.
Now, this has been submitted by a trusty listener.
Yeah.
Ornithologists recently discovered a new species of blue jays named in honor of Cardi B.
Oh. Yeah?
It's the Cardi BJ.
How about that? By the way, the Cardi R pirate joke was submitted by Matthew, and I'm convinced he wants me to say his name on the radio because the subject of the email, Matthew.
Oh, I thought you were going to say my name on the air.
No, he just put his name in the subject.
I know nothing about Cardi B. I'm not familiar with her work, but I understand that she, in spite of her pretty rough background, is actually quite a high-end person, if you will. Very fancy, and she has like many of our actors and singers today, has a line of merchandise, including some really nice high-end watches and jewelry. Referred to as a Cartier.
Oh! How about that?
Well, we missed that one, didn't we? Right there.
And a new line of antiperspirant. Remember, the Grateful Dead has their own line of antiperspirant and deodorants?
Yeah.
She has a new line of antiperspirants called Cardi B.O.
I don't think I'd buy that.
Right, yeah.
How about a feminine hygiene product?
No.
CO.
No.
Cardi FDS?
The letters.
There
Cardi.
you go.
Yes.
You can buy those jewelry pieces, buy the pieces called a la Cardi.
A la Cardi.
That's a vacuum.
You almost got the vacuum.
So let's kill it there, right?
I thought the setup had to be her name followed by a letter.
Well, you said BJ. That was two
Good
letters.
for
You
you.
sort of
Breaking
changed
all the
it.
rules.
You're
Godwin.
doing 2 letters.
Yeah, no, do it.
I was reading a submission, as Ace would say. I didn't write these. I'm sorry, Christy Lee. We've got a couple more very interesting things to get to.
Theme parks in Japan have asked visitors not to scream on roller coasters. Park operators have released safety guidelines to reduce the spread of the coronavirus as Japanese people reopen their fairs. Visitors will be asked to wear masks at all times, and roller coaster riders are asked to refrain from vocalizing loudly. So not only can you not scream, you can't yell profane words like Tom would do. Social distancing will be maintained by park staff.
I maintain I have something called roller coaster Tourette's.
I know.
I cannot help myself. So, it's like when you ever hear the tapes of planes when they go down from the black box?
Yeah,
No, I don't often listen to
Why
those.
would you listen to that?
You sick man.
Is that what you listen to fall asleep?
Boy, oh boy. This is my white noise machine. I've got black box recordings.
Well, that's a curse word I've never heard.
911 calls.
Good Lord, people dying. It's amazing.
I've got the Hindenburg
typically
radio.
when they curse,
Let's watch a snuff film tonight.
then it gets very quiet afterward.
Knowing I'm still alive makes it worth living. I don't know why. But.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Social distancing will be maintained by park staff, including those dressed as animals, superheroes, and even the so-called ghosts in the haunted house.
Are people going to be? Is it going to be possible not to scream in a roller coaster?
And if you have a mask on, what difference does it make?
And they're removing all the fun.
We're going to lose your mask, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Is the log ride going to be floating in Purell?
Oh, that'd be wild.
Smell good.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's. This is like asking people not to yell "Freebird" at a concert. Do they still do that?
I don't think so.
If there was a bar that did shows and there was a sign that said no yelling Freebird, everybody would yell Freebird.
I would get my picture taken with that sign. With
Well,
my
I'm
me
of
doing
a
the
different
thumbs up.
generation. I always yell "Whippin' Post."
What?
There's the
Allman,
vacuum.
the Allman
There it is.
Brothers.
Oh, that's the most famous.
That's from a famous live album.
recorded requests of all time.
Is that the Fillmore?
Yeah, when you hear the guy yell "Whippin' Post" and Dwayne goes, "We're gonna," that's what, whatever. It's fantastic. I'm sorry, Christy. Back to you.
Okay, Tom. The helicopter is expected to start flying on Mars next year. NASA's Perseverance rover will shuttle the 4-pound chopper named Ingenuity.
What are they doing? Traffic?
When it travels to Mars's Jezero crater in February of 2021, operators controlling the two machines remotely. Think about that. Think about the remote control guy sitting in the United States or wherever working machines on Mars.
We have
That's
audio of the
amazing.
helicopter taking off of the Mars surface.
We do?
Here, let me play it. Do, 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 do.
Is that the theme to MASH?
Yes. Remember the helicopter takes off?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You okay, chick?
I don't feel so bad now.
I don't know what's
Pat,
going on.
Pat, your C
my
minus just got
Alicardi.
upgraded to a B plus.
Operators controlling the two machines remotely will search for a flat area on Mars where Ingenuity can do test operations.
I had fun telling it.
Perseverance will launch to Mars no earlier than July 30th of this year.
You're committed to it.
But I mean, how? Cool. Christy's right.
Think about
You
that.
got some guy at NASA or some lady at NASA, some engineer
Right.
scientist, controlling a helicopter on Mars.
It's not that, it's just like a remote
You can
control
barely
car.
mow your lawn, Josh. Yeah, it's taking you 3 weeks to figure out what kind of lawnmower to get.
Yeah. What of it?
And he likes it.
Oh, I love it.
Do you want to talk more about your electric lawnmower?
I'd love to, yeah.
Peace, Nick. It's
very quiet.
Saving the world.
Peace, Nick.
You and your hippie lawnmower.
Oh, yeah, you get a tie-dyed
It's
electric
more
lawnmower.
laziness-based. I didn't like going to get gas
You
and
and
then
your
fill it up.
tree-hugging lawnmower, you.
So it lasts an hour, Josh?
Yeah, my battery lasts an hour.
You know
You
what
just
I
plug
do?
it into a regular socket. You didn't
I
have
have a
to
guy
press-
that comes over that does it for me on a tractor. It's a lot easier.
Well,
Sometimes I'll get him a lemonade.
One of these days,
Hey,
Josh will have
hey,
tractor
no
money.
ice. What do you think I am, Rockefeller?
Maybe.
That's a relatable joke for people listening.
Yeah.
That's just,
Well, maybe after the next contract negotiation, I'll be able to do that.
I doubt it. I don't think you've been reading the paper much. You know what I don't like about
I think he's serious.
What don't you like about it?
the story about them?
Mars helicopter?
They give these things such crappy names.
Ingenuity? I think they have kids name them, so stop.
They're just so.
Hi, Timmy. What name have
What's
you
wrong with the
chosen?
ingenuity? What would you call it?
Ingenuity.
Well,
They're
that's
also-
a crappy name,
Perseverance?
They're all so positive and.
Tranquility.
What do you want it to be called? The Vic Morrow?
Probably.
How about something controversial?
Like?
Don't. I went with Vic Morrow for a reason.
Yeah.
And you didn't think I could go any lower?
No, something about Charlie. Just not do it.
I mean, they're all so nice and happy and clean.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
We can come up with something pretty
How the
dark.
hell?
and weird.
Yes.
How about naming him after? What if they took a name from a great sci-fi movie?
Oh, I like that.
Wouldn't that be a cool
like
idea?
The Prometheus or
Yeah, do something like from
Yeah.
Barado Nicto, whatever that was called. Day the Earth Stood
yeah,
Still.
yeah.
Name it the
Klaatu.
Rennie
Yeah.
after the star. Wasn't it
call
Michael Rennie?
Michael Rennie. We're going to land at Michael Rennie. Yeah,
I
that
think a
makes
lot of the
sense.
engineers that started the space program probably got interested in it because of great movies like that.
Sure.
We're going to be
Instead of the-
flying over the Ray Harryhausen.
Perseverance pays off. Try harder. No.
Call it the Marvin. Marvin the Martian?
Perseverance does pay off.
Does it really?
I think so.
For a washing machine.
Hasn't
maybe.
worked for you yet, has it?
Yeah. I'd say
I keep trying.
a good mix of luck and nepotism is the way to go.
Right?
big
Willie?
laugh coming from the hot box right now. Big laugh coming from the hot box. I mean, why are you being so mean today, Dad? It's been a pretty fun morning.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun.
I'm not being mean at all.
You hate kids naming stuff. You did that.
No, I just think
Doesn't like nice names.
No, they've gotten boring. When you've got something as cool as a helicopter they can fly on Mars, give it some pizzazz.
What's the purpose of this thing again?
Yeah, why do we need it?
Oh, Jesus, what's wrong with you
How's
guys?
it helping people?
I mean, they're not doing.
Okay, I'm sorry, Chick McGee. Your favorite thing in life is television. It's just currently delivered to you on a whole bunch of things designed by brilliant engineers.
Easily done unmanned satellites.
Oh, okay,
rockets,
fine.
shoot them up in there.
No, I was honestly.
Why
asking-
trade engineers when we can all learn?
I was
to-
asking a question. Are they using it to film?
I don't know. I don't
What are
have
they
any
doing?
more details. Sorry. I
That's
wish I
okay.
did.
Because it's keen. That's
Oh,
why.
keen.
All right. Thank you.
I can
Thank you,
watch it.
1955.
Josh, I half read this article. I think it's a lookout for a rover that it's paired with.
The
and that it's-
Perseverance, yeah.
it's like looking for ridges and things.
Looking for cool stuff to
All right,
drive
cool.
over.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
To make sure the Perseverance doesn't fall in a hole or something.
Makes perfect sense.
Kind of like its little security guard.
Yeah, makes
There you
sense.
go.
I like it.
Give it a security guard name.
Save it from the
Name
Mars
it after one of the
rover.
guys from Roadhouse.
Sure. Yeah.
Dalton?
Well, here you go.
Dalton. The Dalton is awesome. The Double Deuce.
These are
Double Deuce might be taken the wrong way.
What's the name of the club? The map of Mars. They have the northern lowlands depicted here, and there's like the Utopia Basin,
Yeah.
the Hellas Basin, Hellas. How about that? The Arabia Terra. It's all there on Mars, Tom.
But they're going to have to change that one. Yeah. Got some people upset. Saying,
Can you ruin everything?
it's pretty much my goal.
I think the answer is yes.
Coming back, we have to take a look at today in history, I think, right?
Yes. Oh, you've got some important things going on in history
Over
today.
Leonard's dead body.
Speaking of things that are back, guess what's back at Napa? It's the Napa Bucket.
Whoa!
It's not just any bucket. Here's how this works. You can save 20% on 3 or more items that fit inside the bucket, meaning stop by by and start thinking outside the box or outside the bucket or inside the bucket, because you can put stuff in it and save 20%. Am I making this clear?
As mud.
You get your bucket, Josh, and then you would put something in the bucket. Say you need a new screwdriver to fix your brand new lawnmower.
Why not?
That you
Can't fix
keep
the cab.
talking about.
That's right.
Go to your local Napa Auto Parts store. Save 20% with your Napa bucket today. That's Napa Know-How at participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Exclusions apply, may not be combined with other offers. This offer ends July 31st, 2020. From our friends at Napa, they've got Napa Know-How. Grab the bucket, fill it with stuff, save 20%. Thank you very much. We are coming right back with our today's history lesson. Oh, and I've got an Elton John story for you.
Oh.
Jake, you're a big Elton fan.
Yeah, he used to be great, yeah.
He's good on piano.
Okay, good. He is. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you in part by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, DoD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission, insured by NCUA. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rolling through a Thursday morning. Glad you could be with us. Coming up on Bob and Tom, we'll find out what we learned today right after this. More coming up on Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update as Major League Baseball cautiously tiptoes closer towards beginning its delayed 2020 season. Several teams welcome back players who might have been exposed to the coronavirus. San Francisco Giants resumed workouts Wednesday after finally receiving the results of COVID-19 tests administered over the weekend. Red Sox third baseman Rafael Devers worked out at Fenway Park for the first time since Boston opened its summer camp. Also, Rangers first baseman Ronald Guzman was on the field after missing the first 5 days of workouts. In Cleveland, outfielder Franmil Reyes was cleared to return after being isolated for attending a party over the July 4th weekend. The offseason renovations at Dodger Stadium have hitters adjusting to a new backdrop in center field. First baseman Max Muncy was hit by a pitch on his left ring finger during an intra-squad game and says he couldn't see the ball coming. The black tarp that served as the backdrop in center is gone, replaced by a new center field plaza. Muncy expected to be ready by opening day July 23rd, but manager Dave Roberts says it's unsettling that a hitter couldn't see the ball because of the background. You think they'd have thought about that. 3 PGA Tour players who have tested positive for the coronavirus but are no longer symptomatic will play together at the Workday Charity Open. The tour announced the change Wednesday in the latest revision of its COVID-19 policies. Nick Watney will play alongside Dylan Frediletti and Denny McCarthy during the first 2 rounds at Muirfield Village in Dublin, Ohio. Watney, the first tour player to test positive and reported just mild symptoms. The tour said all 3 players continue to test positive for the virus but have met the Centers for Disease Control guidelines for return to work. Players in those circumstances will either be grouped together or play as singles. That's a quick look at your sports update. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Professional leader Joey Chestnut beat his own record last weekend by eating 75 hot dogs, or as Josh calls it, breakfast. Speaking of records, last year at this time, nearly 200 people in the UK stripped naked and rode a roller coaster to set a new world record. Participants were asked to keep their arms, legs, and genitalia inside the ride at all times.
Sure.
2 big-breasted women who insisted on having the front seat were told to, "Go ahead, ladies, knock yourselves out."
Bob Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's the most outrageous video since the last most outrageous video, and this one's even more outrageous because these are real girls. And hey, they're just not real girls going, woo, nuh-uh. You see, these are real girls on video doing real things. That's right. Lots of real girls on video doing real things, like real girls playing miniature golf.
Like, come on, Josh. Just put it in the hole already.
Oh, in the hole. We've got real girls at the bowling alley.
Oh, all these balls are so heavy.
Oh, yeah. Real girls on video doing real things features real girls calling the insurance company.
Hello. I just got rear-ended pretty hard by another woman.
How's that gonna work? Hell, get the video and see for yourself, buddy. Hey, how about real girls accepting deliveries at the local convenience store?
Wow. Hey, that looks like a pretty big load. Better take it around to the back door.
Ooh la la! Hey, real girls on video doing real things features a gaggle of real girls ordering dinner at seafood restaurants.
I definitely want the snapper tonight.
Oh, and if that ain't fishy enough for you,
I'm feeling a little open-minded tonight. I think I'd like my tuna blackened.
yo, bro, these are real girls on video doing real things, just the way you love them. At the doctor.
Jeez, when he swapped my uvula, I thought I was gonna choke.
At the hardware store.
Well, the guy said I needed a bigger ball cock in my tank.
At the deli.
Hey, I don't care what the other wives say. If my guy wants it, then head cheese it is.
Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Am I right, guys? Real girls on video doing real things. Order now.
You don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
So, Mark, you're a single guy.
Yeah, I tell you though, it's tough because
946 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy has the forecast update.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Well, plenty of sunshine right now, but as you know, thunderstorms could happen this afternoon. Look for a high of 94.7. It's sunny and 77 right now.
Thank you very much. Be listening for some serious cash on Q95, if you please. Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us. July 9th, 2020. The confusion continues. Information coming at you from all angles. And someone tells you they know exactly what's going to happen in 3 weeks. They're wrong. I'll tell you what's going to happen. We don't know. But that's why our mission statement here is... You're welcome. Okay, now, let's see. There's Chick, there's Josh, I'm Tom, that's Ace, there's Pat Godwin over there, being delivered electronically. There's Christy behind the glass. Behind the glass over there, it's Willie G. And it's time now for... We're going to save our Elton story. How about that?
Oh, okay.
It's not that...
Did you buy a new hat?
No. It's you're going to love
New
this.
pair of glasses?
Did not buy a new pair of glasses. Elton John in the news. But right now, it's time to review what we learned in history class, or what we're going to learn.
All right, now for today, hit
Thank you, Leonard.
Okay, this is first one's interesting, and there's a story that's not true that you're going to, I'm sure, cite immediately. 1762, Catherine the Great seizes control of Russia from her husband, Peter III.
Mm-hmm.
And she would, of course, she had her horse named Peter the 12th.
Not true, not true.
Oh, yeah.
There is a wonderful special called The Great that has been picked up for a second season. If you should check it out. It's wonderful.
Fictionalized.
So she did
So
not.
fun.
She the whole story about her and the horse just made up.
Other ladies in her court made it up because they were jealous of her.
I don't buy it.
Well, that's where that came from.
That's what the story said. That's what they said on the show. I don't know.
To me,
Is
it's
that on Hulu? What's that on?
impressive.
You know?
I think it is on Hulu.
Yeah, that's what it's on.
And I don't know how they know this, but according to this news account, in 1869, the corn cob pipe was invented.
What year?
1869.
Well, that was, and then the cornhole pipe, a lot less popular.
Oh, jeez.
Nobody wanted to smoke that. Am I right?
Oh, there were a few. Okay. In 1878, the corncob pipe was patented.
Of course.
It took that long to get the corncob pipe patented.
What in the hell are we doing?
Well, I'm just trying to explain. See, the guy invented it, then it took him a while to get the patent. And of course, that was Henry Tibby.
Tibby?
Yeah.
Mr. Tibby.
Sounds like something you'd read on a Cracker Barrel kids menu.
Of course, it was called Tibby's Folly initially.
Yes,
Okay, get the
course.
music.
You can call
get
me
the music.
Mr. Tibby.
Get the music.
For what?
Call me Mr.
Which
Tibby.
one?
Top 3 pipe smokers. Ready?
What?
All right.
Go ahead, Josh. Top 3 pipe smokers.
Number 1, Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good one.
Yep. Number 2,
General MacArthur.
Frosty the Snowman.
Very good.
Yeah.
Number 3, think cartoon.
Oh, Popeye.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Popeye, sure. Yeah.
Other than Fred Flintstone, one of the only cartoon characters ever to smoke.
Yeah.
And then I would say Fred McMurray and My Three Sons.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Penguin and Batman is
That's every bit.
It's not a pipe, though,
Well,
right?
that's a cigarette holder.
Yeah.
Willie, who are famous marijuana pipe smokers in contemporary culture?
I don't like bong smokers or
just pipe.
Or like a one-hitter? Or
Is the pipe more? Is that more of a?
I feel like whenever you see a picture of someone smoking pot, they're smoking a joint. I feel like you don't see.
Are they still trying to... They still have the one-hitters that are painted like a cigarette?
That's my favorite thing.
Like, who are you fooling?
Wait, can I have a buddy. This guy Josh Idles in Chicago. Very, very funny. He has a joke about those. Going, gosh, see those poor guys. They've only got one cigarette to share. They can't even keep it lit. Not my joke. That is a great joke.
And finally, on this date in 2001, The Office, starring Ricky Gervais, debuted on BBC too.
Brilliant.
All right.
Yeah, and boy, that's got to be a cash cow for him for life.
Yeah, he's fine.
I think he makes money for the American version too.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I would assume he's doing it. In rock and roll news, born on this date in 1947, the great Mitch Mitchell. Anyone?
Mitch Mitchell.
Hendrix band.
Yes,
drummer?
there you go. Thank you very much. Yeah.
No, that was, Mitch Mitchell.
Died of natural causes.
Oh, yeah?
Although
At
it looks like a doctor scribbled on the bottom of this. We're busy. It was the booze. Very fine drummer. And then it was another person's famous birthday, but I'm not going to say him because he's such an awful human being. And then we have
Howie Mandel. Huh?
Hitler?
no. O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
But the great one today, one of the greatest human beings alive, the great Tom Hanks, born in this state.
I
in
already had
1957.
O.J. Simpson. It was a birthday.
Right.
Yes, you did.
So I didn't want to mention it again.
Tom Hanks was interviewed about us having the virus.
The
He
COVID.
said it is no joke, people.
Yeah. Very tough. Okay, time now to review.
Time now for Things We Learned. Shut Up, brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products to keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. For 90 years, visit Grainger.com for whatever you need whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, happy birthday, Fred Savage.
Oh,
Very
from
good.
the Wonder
Terrific-
Years?
Yeah, and a terrific television director.
Yeah.
Savage.
No wonder you guys. Let's see. Pat Godwin.
Yes, sir.
Today's shirt. What did we decide? Looked at what was the final determination that shirt looks like?
You're telling me about my shirt?
It looks handsome.
It's a fine shirt. Don't listen
Yeah, you
to
look
him.
good, man.
The buttons are tucked and hid.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, we thought you looked kind of like a
No, we didn't think
manager at a
anything.
Fizoli's.
You look like Jay Leto in the garage.
There you go.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
I think they're really
Start name
fighting. I like
calling.
this.
Okay, let's see what else. The Ivy League has canceled all fall sports.
Yes,
That's
it's
terrible.
That's rolling
This is
down.
awful.
I
And
don't
chicks
know
still,
what
you
we'll
contend that nothing's going to happen.
No sports.
You don't think the NBA is going to get going?
Nope.
No baseball? Come on, they'll figure it out.
No need to mow the croquet pitch.
Until we get another person in the building, which we're not allowed to do, there's always going to be a slight delay when the guys do Aqua Dump live. Because of the machine there.
Yeah, because of the machine.
Could we get a pedal to do that? So he can, no, I mean, the man only has two hands.
I'm surprised you haven't gotten like 6 drivers.
I could
to
go
come
down
in
there and
do it.
hit the button for him if you'd like next
okay.
time.
Well, we'll have to write that down. Let's see
What
now.
could go wrong?
I love plate spinners. I think
We
that's
know
a
that.
Nice analogy to life as we know it. There you go. And that song, Josh, is called
The Sabre
The
Dance.
Sabre Dance. Very good.
The Sabre Dance.
And Fergus Hardware, if you are interested in some Pruno homemade wine, Spider is making it back there in Screen Doors. He's the guy that has all the tattoos on his face. Oh, and Josh has many, many, many books.
Many books.
Many books.
Very well read.
Irregardless of how you feel about literature. And that's a new word according to the dictionary. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.